we started off inside of a wall after escaping very closely a patrol as the dwarf discovered a secret hideout within a wall that led us up to the floor above it. As we went through this wall, we inevitably came upon a room that I believe it was a like a dining room. We came out into this dining room and debated for about, give or take, 45 minutes as to what we should do, as there was a pair of Skaven guarding the next room.
Mm-hmm.
We inevitably, I believe we just charged out, killed the Skaven, after having George walk over and hold bombs, and ready to throw them down into the barracks that were below us, in case stuff went up. And we pretty quickly killed off the storm vermin and then ran north as quick as possible up to a great hall, which had the stairs up to the next level. We also found in that great hall the first entrance to a vault containing a lot of gunpowder. As we went up to the next level, we found the second entrance to that vault of gunpowder, and we found another way up, which I believe led us to this final floor, where we got our first look at the actual gun from the inside, and we managed to decide that attacking a room full of Skaven that had hoods and a lot of weaponry was a good idea. So we charged in, attacked the Skaven, and are now fighting the Skaven locked off because there's a death globe behind us. Anything I missed?
Quite a bit, but pretty close. It got the high points.
You can see that will just like starting to frown, and you skipped it for a couple major parts.
It's all right.
Yeah, Matt did a little
It's
bit.
all
Of this, Matt did a little bit.
I didn't do anything, but
Okay. There was a few things here and there, but that got the gist of it.
Yeah.
Yes.
it was actually mostly him doing stuff that he skipped over. Basically, you skipped over everything he did.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
Matt Hughes.
We don't know what he did, though.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
I don't know.
Matt-
No, we just don't know where he's at right this second. We know he scattered ahead. We just don't know.
Yeah, he
what
came back to
found
the
out.
group. He shared what he
Yeah,
found.
But I
etc.
live in the moment, so
Well, we
I
know
don't-
everything
What happened
else.
last?
Yeah, he did all the scouting.
Yeah, my
for
character
us.
has
He's
memory
one of
loss.
those. It was
That's true. Yeah, you did.
I was thinking of the rat on the throne.
Yeah, there's that too.
Oh yeah, he.
That wasn't reported.
What rat on the throne?
We
This-
we
that-
We
let-
released that one and went down and released all of his other fellow slaves.
Yeah, I forgot about
That was the big thing he
It's
left out.
amazing how many times you remind me of Jeff.
There was a
Dude.
whole. Wasn't there like a whole
For
giant?
like the last 3 months, I have been suffering from insomnia.
I understand.
With the,
I have 3 hours of sleep today.
His
Just
challenge,
for running.
his challenge was self-inflicted, but yeah.
We also found a magical warhammer.
I'm not gonna
that
lie, for the
somebody
45 minutes we were
has.
debating that room, I was on.
Well, there's a warhammer. No idea if it's magical.
It's a thump hammer.
It's an artifact.
A ancient warhammer.
So
There's
why,
all sorts of artifacts around here.
with you guys reminding me, I remember now. But no, for that 45 minutes, I was zoned off because I wanted to just go into the next room and kill this game and then leave.
So
One
yes,
last time.
you guys found a side workshop filled with strange and electrical devices and so forth, various chemicals, which is where you guys engaged the Skaven. After deciding that was probably best to take them out now rather than have them come behind you and attack you while you're trying to deal with the big cannon. That fight started off well, and then I think has shifted somewhat,
Yes.
such that people are a little bit more concerned now.
A little
And
bit.
then there's a cloud of green gas filling the hallway for your exit.
Can I just one quick thing in the future? If there are very telltale signs of weaponry on creatures, can you include that on the descriptions, please?
I can try.
Because the robed rats, you said nothing more than rats in robes, and all of a sudden now they're dual wielding and they're
Right,
all...
they grabbed weapons out of the room.
Oh, I thought they had them on.
No,
they-
I specifically said
Yeah.
they grabbed weapons out of the room.
Okay, and I feel I should bring this up before we get into before we continue this combat. Will they be visually impaired because of the green smoke?
Yeah.
Okay. Just bring that. It would have inevitably had effect.
It was glossed over last game, so we was
It just the gas had just arrived. They hadn't taken any action since then.
yeah they fired through it.
Yep, did they?
Absolutely.
Pretty sure I did. Yeah.
Yes, they
I
absolutely.
did not because I dropped an arrow.
It's momentarily translucent, and now it's thickened and become smoky.
So that does make more sense.
We got a rationale for everything.
Down with the thickness.
Okay, so yeah, and for some reason, for the last minute or so, George has been nowhere to be seen. He just sort of disappeared and blended into the shadows.
He's already in the room, just screwing with the Skaven, trying to reload their gun.
And also, we didn't see all the weaponry on the right-hand side.
My bad.
Entering.
Okay, so going around, where are we spending experience, George?
Oh wait, yeah, we got XP.
I spent one in initiative and then one into dex.
Okay,
Lucky me.
Matt,
Good question.
seeing your look of routine surprise when I asked about experience.
Yep. I'm just gonna say mud.
Okay, for what?
Good question.
That doesn't have to delay the answer.
I'm gonna go ahead and try to get field dressing
Okay, talent.
talent.
Okay, Ben.
I am in Matt's boat. I did not spend XP.
If he ever goes,
I don't think anybody
Somebody
did other
did
than maybe
vote.
George.
I'm tossing points. Weapon skill.
Weapon skill. Andy.
that'll be the first time I try it.
I think endurance if I have enough.
Okay. Dad.
I put 2 points into sling.
Sling. Okay.
Send him
Did,
forward.
Saving for another cure.
did I
Or medicine.
achieve
Last
last
game.
round? So this is a fresh start on experience. Okay, cool. I couldn't remember if it
Yes,
was
endurance.
before the last one.
Okay.
So yeah, 2
Yeah.
points into sling.
Okay. So we are just about to start round 5 of this pitched battle in the workshops. There are several robed figures directly in front of you, wielding a spear
Spear and
Yeah,
a shield
spear
and a tear.
with a shield in their tails, while the two guys to the west in the room are trying to activate, plug in, and load some sort of weapon-like contraption. A bunch of tubes and wires and things like that. They've so far been unsuccessful, but you think they might have just about gotten it. You do recognize it from previous. You know, similar devices shoot large blasts of lightning.
Doesn't look like that one that shot me in the leg though, so it's fine.
At least it's not
Okay.
lasers.
Okay. Like I said, there is a foul-smelling cloud of green smoke
Plasma.
Sorry,
light.
guys.
blocking the view behind you through the hallway. The smell of
Yeah, thank you.
Took me a second.
sewage and rotting meat emanating from it.
Yeah, you should be
Yep.
sorry.
Sorry, it's being
Particularly notable for you.
Oh, I bet it's killing me. Yeah.
just vomiting the whole time.
Probably.
Okay, so we start off round 5, and the 3 Skaven that are amongst them in the midst of you are the ones that got to go first as far as initiative. So, the one that is here, that's in between the 2 of you, assuming that's the first one, he is going to step out of the way of the 2 of you over to here. And then he will target Oswald and make an attack.
So difficult to see those white.
Oh, wait,
I
they're
tried
down
to
there?
change it. It's because they're set for variable graphics,
Got
and the graphics aren't being found, so I couldn't easily fix it.
It's just they're sneaky.
They're very sneaky. So he strikes you with a -3.
Solid start.
Yeah, he starts off real strong here.
Compared to what you rolled last few games, it's a
Like with his dwarves.
yeah.
You manage to parry him, not very well, but you do. Okay. Okay. The one over here is going to go for Volker. The one to the southwest.
Don't kill me again instantly.
Okay.
Is he moving up
They have spears.
They have spear.
Yeah, they have spears, so they're long range.
that far of a range?
Yeah,
They're-
two
it's
squares,
only 1 foot. It's only 1 square.
an extra square. Yeah.
Damn, on this thing, look at that. That looks like a long way.
Yep.
It's 2 squares. is what it is.
Spheres have that kind of a reach?
Yep.
That's so stupid. Ooh, I targeted him.
I'm sorry, I forgot the bonus on the other one. That would have helped slightly. I think he still would have parried it.
Spears
The
max.
bonus of 2 to 1 is what?
Plus 20.
20. Okay. He was recall these guys have training such that they count as 2 people apiece.
That is so weird.
He hit you by 4.
Use your face.
Always does.
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
Oh, that's not good.
So you're going to take 16 on the body.
Okay. The main thing is they're using regular spears to short
Which is
spears.
11.
Their skating were
Okay.
using.
Okay.
These
Those are-
spears take 2 hands to use it, so that's why they have the extra range.
Right. Okay.
Gotcha.
It's only about.
But they still benefit from
And
really
then-
don't.
In one attack.
yeah.
I want to
And
get
then
some
the one on Jarman.
full arm steel.
Full arm for a 10.
Jarman? Yeah. On
It's not
Jarman,
good,
strike
though.
at
They
you as
get a
well.
Different class and get
Oh well.
I can't
in
get
7 game sessions be able to use a pull arm.
Dodge it, German.
He hit you by 6.
That's more like his roll.
You can take it.
I don't even want to try to dodge this thing. All right. Defensive. Okay.
Look at that.
Hey!
Oh, yeah.
Not only do you parry him, you get a critical against him, which he is going to. You hit him in the arm, he will take a point of damage on his arm.
That's it? That's all you did for a crit?
Takes a armor.
The armor point.
The armor.
He sacrifices armor to cancel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Thought you
Same
said-
thing.
I thought he said arm too.
I was like, what
Same
the
thing.
fuck?
He takes 1 point on the arm.
Oswald sees that and runs directly out.
That's why it's a,
doesn't care.
and be lucky you got the 1 point because it's a critical.
Oh, God.
Oswald.
I am going to move here.
Okay.
That was the other thing. The fact that they're fully armored.
Target that one.
They're wearing cloaks. It was hard to see.
Oh,
It's a dark room too. They could see in the dark. They weren't really like looking at you.
Anyway, I don't care. I don't know if it would have changed my decision to
I
attack
don't
him
think it
anyway.
would have regardless.
Yeah.
Not at all, but
Nice, nice.
we might have had a little bit more.
On the head.
Okay, yeah,
Easy
you,
parry.
you get a critical on him. He attempts to parry with his spear.
Fails.
And
He
beat
won.
you by 0 because of the longer weapon.
The critical still does go through.
You still do a critical, which you hit him on the head, so he is going to sacrifice a point of armor on the head. Okay.
And none of these are wounded yet, correct?
A few of them are slightly hurt.
No,
not
These
very.
ones haven't
None
been
of these
touched.
have been
None?
touched.
None of
They
these
came,
have been
no, we
touched.
killed all the other ones.
Yeah,
that
you,
ran out.
killed the weaker ones, but these 3 seem to be far more capable than what you fought. before.
Okay, penalties for shooting through the gas.
The weaker one, we're still
well,
vermin.
It's going to automatically be a random hit of who you hit because you can't see anybody clearly. Otherwise, no penalty.
You have a 50-50 chance.
Can he shoot the crowd and get a bonus?
No.
Because of that.
No.
Oh, come on.
That's literally what the crowd is. A random chance
Okay,
of paying
sure.
a
I'll go
person-
with that. It's still going to apply to whoever you randomly
That's
strike.
fine,
Oh,
but
yeah.
shoot
No,
the
I've-
crowd,
I've
shoot
fought
the
yeah.
right. All you're seeing is indistinct figures. You can't make out who's who.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh,
And
it's only a rock, guys.
I'll buy it. It's only a rock that's ripped arms off and crushed heads.
okay, so this would be a group of 6.
If you guys kill me,
Yeah.
I am totally haunting you.
Why? Why are
So
you doing
is
this?
it now? Does it because they count as 2?
Fuck you guys up.
No,
You need
just
to help.
it doesn't apply in this
Okay,
case.
can't hit them twice.
So what you're going to do is you're going to make an attack.
It's 50-50.
So
It's 2.
I'm just
No.
targeting one of them.
There's
because-
3 we
but
can see, and there's 3.
That's fine.
It's a
You
50-50
target
shot.
one.
Yeah, spears engaged.
If you
also.
commit to the attack, then I will roll a d6, and it will be 1 is Andy, 2 is Matt, 3 is
I
Volker.
can't see
I know that.
Andy right now.
Sure you can, because they're
I
all.
cannot.
It's not a static fight.
Yeah, it's.
They are all one fight. You can hit all 6 targets. Okay.
I'm going to charge back through this smoke.
So 1 is Andy, 2 is Matt, 3 is Volker, and then starting from the left
number
going to the
1.
right is 4, 5, and 6.
This guy keeps
Okay,
getting half a
So you're going to take a shot at one of them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, come get some.
Someone's gonna die.
Hey, I'm so sorry.
Roll that d6 and watch it shoot me in the back of the head.
Yeah, why is it
No,
not
it's an
rolling?
arm.
Don't need the primary arm anyway.
Nope.
He's rolling a d6 minus 2.
Hey,
It's
it's
1d6.
it's a recoverable arrow, so it can't be that.
That's
bad.
still possible.
Okay. D6.
And it's in. Hey,
5. You hit the-
Yes!
Hit the
Thank
Skaven
you.
in the middle.
I had faith in you the whole time, man.
Then target the middle Skaven, and then
Yeah.
right-click your chat.
Okay, yeah.
Propose a target.
Okay. Post with target. Okay. It should. I clicked it.
I fully thought you were just gonna shoot one of us in the back of the
Not.
head.
It's not posing it.
Oh, if it's not him, it'll be him.
Well, I mean, it's only 2 chances to die every round.
So I'm targeting it, right
I
clicking,
just wanna
and
point
clicking
out-
oppose. It's not doing
The
anything.
party called my
So
elf
you have,
evil
I have
to
targeted. Oppose
So
with
it's
target.
official now.
Oh,
I've got
Yeah,
fire.
it's confused right now for some reason.
It is
So
absolutely.
anyways, you got
They're
a
on
60 to
4.
75. And this is, well, it's 8 points of damage.
It says 16.
Where does it say 16?
right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
SL plus 10.
That's mine is probably frozen, so let me restart real quick.
I mean, it might be 8 after DR.
you had 100 skill on that roll.
I had a plus 20 for short range,
And
and
crowd.
plus another 20 for the crowd. So plus 40.
does that incorporate the -20 for not being trained in it?
Yes.
Oh, that's right. He's got his bow.
So you had 120.
You have an 80 skill,
Check it.
an 80 ballistic skill.
I
Make
no.
sure.
don't
You
think.
got a 80 ballistic skill, but you might have some.
He's only got like a 40, I think. It's just your ballistic.
Okay.
skill.
For some reason, add in another plus modifier plus 20.
Regardless,
I
add
think
that.
that's-
he
That's
didn't
probably
have
it
a
auto
skill.
adds the range.
Yeah, I didn't add.
Oh, he's got
it
an
for the-
average difficulty on there too.
Oh.
You shouldn't have changed your difficulty level.
No, the average was for the crowd because it doesn't automatically do the crowd.
I get you.
Regardless,
But
at
it
best,
did
he
modify
has an
plus
80
20
skill.
twice.
Okay, so
See.
let's go through, figure
So
out what it should
2
be.
less successful.
It's still that your ballistic skill is not 60.
What's your
Or
ballistic
it's
skill?
his skill is 60, but he has a he's not taking the minus 20.
So
So-
40, and then plus 40
Is
for
it-
the close range should be an 80. So you should be 20 less than what you have.
Yeah.
So it should be 14 points of damage,
Yes.
Correct.
which is I'm fine with. You just got to keep an eye on it. So 14 points of damage to the arm, minus his right arm effects.
Is that what I hit with my critical? That's the same character or same creature.
No, you hit the secondary arm with the
Oh,
Yeah.
bummer. Oh, they're both a primary arm, right?
For using a spear.
So 14 points. Okay. He is wounded. Okay. And then,
I don't know who to attack
yep, now you don't. Okay.
because you hit yours.
The guy over here on the side attempts to load.
What's the misery?
Continues to be unable to load. The other guy next to him attempts to load. Very successful. They squirm and squeak with glee as they ready the weapon and start pointing it towards you guys. German.
Now, if I break from these two things, they're attacking me both. Right?
Yes.
I guess I'll take the blast. All right.
You're going to stand with him and fight or break free?
I'm not going to try to break free. I'm just going to.
We
Well-
can't see him, dude. Otherwise, we'd have to fight.
I'm not worried about that. I'm going to hit this one right in front of me because it appears to be wounded.
Yep,
So-
it got injured by a crossbow bolt from the cloud.
Arrow. I don't have crossbow.
He doesn't have time to decipher.
right?
Ben's doing crossbow bolts. He's like, I don't even care.
And the feathers aren't there anymore.
Oh yeah. There you go.
Oh.
Do the thing.
Successful.
Okay.
He's gonna roll 7.
Most beats not like that,
No,
man.
he doesn't do that. They don't dodge the strikes. The arrows or I'm sorry. For
Like-
melee strikes, they
Yeah.
actually have to.
Okay.
Sorry,
Oh.
I gotta apply that then. So he got it by he
Okay.
beat you by 3. You still hit him. So that's going to be 3 less, so 10 points of damage. It's still going to take him out.
Yeah, well done.
All right, I'm swinging my second attack at this other one.
Okay. Well, that's a good
Deal.
He's going to attempt
Is
to
that
parry.
2 36s in a row?
I think
It's
so.
37 and 36.
Oh,
Nope.
But he beat you that time.
Okay.
Blocks it as you go for his head. Volker.
gonna charge this one.
Okay, it's not really a charge, but you can step.
Water.
up. It's not. It doesn't count as
Oh,
a charge. because
Can
you're
I
already
move as
engaged.
well?
Okay.
Because I
As long as you stay adjacent to him, yes.
all right, I
you
wanted
can.
to move. Hold on.
Yeah, as long as you stay adjacent and do not become adjacent to the other one, I get within 2 squares. Then you're able to move.
First thing what I'm doing is my free attack. Since I just took a step, I'm gonna use the free attack for frenzy.
You don't get your other attack no matter what. Just so you know. Ferocious, whatever it is.
It's a free attack for
Oh,
frenzy.
I can't move. I can't move.
Because you took a ferocious attack.
Sorry.
I move forward. I take my frenzy attack, and if I kill it, then I'm going to intimidate the ones. Or regardless, I'm going to take the free attack to. No, I'm gonna move up, frenzy attack it because I remember the rule, and if it dies, then I'm going to intimidate the ones that are across the way, the ones with the gun.
Okay.
So it's not counted as a charge.
It's not counted as a charge, no, because you're already engaged. It's technically an engagement in your case because you're out of reach of them, but it doesn't count as a charge. The way I understand what you're going for, you want to use your second attack type action to intimidate the guys. I'm perfectly fine with that. Functionally, I believe it's the way it's written in Frenzy is you get a second attack for free, but I'm perfectly fine with you stepping up, making your attack, and then taking your free frenzy attack as an intimidation.
Okay.
Okay, it's the same mechanically. It doesn't really make a difference to me because you get extra activities because you're frenzied. Okay.
Bleed in his face.
Okay.
Roll.
You target poorly. He blocks it easily.
I don't make my second attack then.
Okay, which works perfectly fine. You can still strike at him.
I have a quick question.
Okay.
This is a long spear, right? So
It's a spear that has a
Right.
reach of 2.
okay. So
There's no head or reach distance modifiers per se. The way Warhammer defines weapons, you either have a longer weapon or you have a shorter weapon. There is a maneuver to specifically fight into below their reach.
right,
It's
which
a
is
special
what
maneuver.
The issue with that is it affects everything above short range. It's including my blade.
Right.
Okay,
If
okay.
if
so
all-
you have to have a short weapon.
Right. If all he had was a
to do
knife,
that.
that's
Because I
what you
remember we
wanted.
talked about it last week. But
Yeah,
I was
It's entirely viable. It's unlikely, except for like with your special knife, it might be a useful tactic.
It also
Absolutely.
it also takes your major action to do the maneuver, so you won't actually attack till your next round, and then they have a chance of just stepping out of it anyway.
Well, they still have to make the same test to get out of
they
it.
have to make the test, but it takes your major action to even dip
Yeah.
into that area.
It's challenging to do that, but if you're skilled enough with your abilities, absolutely, you get within them. They get big penalties fighting you, and you get all the benefits.
okay. I was trying to think. Well, he's got a shorter weapon than the spear. I didn't know if the
Correct.
rule applied.
No, it only applies for short weapons.
Yeah, I
not,
remember that. I remember
not
the
medium
discussion.
and longer
Cool.
weapons.
Thank you.
Okay.
Is your save mechanic accounting for the fact that it has wrap, so it's a -1 penalty for saving?
Well, he beat you by 7.
Which I'm just bringing it up to make sure.
Talking about parrying, not saving. Right?
Melee opposing attack from a wrap weapon suffer a penalty of -1.
Ooh.
He got +7. You got -2, so that would have been a net.
It is accompanying it. Yeah.
It should do all that.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay. You swing the second time.
I'm gonna use. Yeah, I'm gonna use a portion for that.
Okay. Then I'll re-roll the defense after you make it roll. Okay. You improve it by 1.
For me, I guess.
You get it.
Okay. Roll his defense. And he fails by 3.
Yeah.
So you end up, you beat him by 0. So
Yeah, I didn't get closely.
it was, 16 points versus him.
You did perfectly fine.
Okay.
It was the system not processing the 2 rerolls was the issue.
Right.
You did it perfectly fine.
Hit him in the body for 16.
That's a good hit.
He takes
Till that would kill me.
After the armor and shield, he is still up but injured.
Even with my armor, it would kill me.
Coleman,
Uh,
you see one of the foes goes down. You're not sure which one.
The shields they're using
Mhm.
with their tail, is it prehensive, like they're holding it, or they're actually wielding it alongside the spear? I was just wondering
Yes.
how that works. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, no,
Both.
that's cool. I'm
It's a prehensile
That's
tail.
cool.
They have full
Tail use of it.
just like an arm.
okay. Awesome.
We need one of those.
Yeah, I'm gonna grow a tail.
I mean, technically, the tail doesn't have thumbs.
Yeah.
But otherwise, it's working
But
just
it
about as
raps.
good.
I'm going to.
Far more fun when the Skaven swarm you with 12, and you figure, oh, it's a narrow hallway, not a problem.
Yeah.
And then you just run along the roof and go
Oh,
past you.
yes.
Only 4 then.
No, because the roof's tall enough, they just crawl along it and they're out of your reach.
If they got long reach, they can
Believe
stab
me,
you from
Skaven have defenses to be able to take on people.
They'll stab you from above with their long spear.
They just drop on you.
That's from above.
That's why they call them rat droppings.
Nice. Yes.
And you're welcome.
Are these raisin nets?
No, the rock chalk.
All right. I'm
You gonna
going-
take a shot?
I don't want to.
Same dice, but a 6 more reroll.
No, the odds are not in.
The odds are always in your favor.
No.
I took the 50.
Nobody wants to take a fucking 13-point slingshot to the ass.
I don't know. Matt might.
I'll ricochet it off my head at the guy.
Nice.
Okay, so is it considered all one melee?
Yes.
So Thad and this other guy, even though there's nobody participating in that particular fight other than the two of them.
It's all one big scrum at this point.
Fair enough. Fair enough. No, it's just not worth it. You guys are handling these guys. I don't know about
Yep.
the other two guys.
Exactly.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
Yep.
My guy's like, oh, he's got this, man. They're kicking their ass. Okay, I'll
Unfortunately,
take.
you can't identify which one is kicking whose ass.
Right.
All you know is somebody went down. You don't know who's on which side.
Yeah, but it would probably be a pretty obvious squeal or something like that.
With the amount of squealing and snarling and everything that's
He
going
knew
on.
it wasn't one of us. We're not yelling.
Okay.
Arguably, we would be yelling, "So and so's down" or something like that.
I mean, if it's the elf, every time he got hit, he squealed like a girl. So I mean, I
Yeah,
can see
it,
what that
it definitely had the precedent there.
I don't know. This kid isn't that much different.
Can I use heal
So is it.
medicine
Erdem was the same.
to determine the effects of this cloud without walking into it?
Not
And you know what's funny
really.
is we weren't even the two most evil people in the
I
group.
mean, given that the round is only
Other
6
people.
seconds, you don't really have the time
I
to
was not.
analyze it. If you can come up with something you
I
want
absolutely was.
to test it with, I'm open to that. I give you a sense of what happens.
Andy,
You have a
not
living
me.
body right next to you.
Who?
Mine was just funny.
I can't push him. He's 4 times my size.
It's called a
Got no
trip.
armor on.
Trip attack.
You're gonna have to throw me.
No.
I just
Says the
recently,
human to the halfling.
Don't you have a rat in your bag?
I just recently realized that you could do that in Baldur's Gate 3.
Oh,
I was like, man, my one guy's too weak to make this leap. What if my barbarian could throw him? Yes! What? There you go.
Yep. It's very useful.
He had me.
Take a little bit.
What are you gonna do?
Take a little bit of damage, but worth it.
Hesitate?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the first time I did
Scared
it
of
just
the
like
green.
2 days ago.
Okay, so we go back to the rats. Let's see. This one is going to take a strike at Jarman, the one on the right. And they are tied off on initiative now, on numbers now, effectively. 4 to 3 isn't a bonus. So they swing and hit you by 4, Matt.
And they don't
This
have
Matt.
their bonus. Yeah, you won.
You beat him by 0.
yes.
Just barely, you block the strike.
Good lord.
What was that?
He's a little
The snort?
Yeah.
Was it chocolate?
Professional.
Okay. The other one goes for Volker. going to be and gets 66 for a fumble. But will still hit you by 1 success level.
I cannot fail you. It's not giving me the option.
You have to reoppose it. It's having issues with the previous opposed attack they did last time.
A target and
That's why it lost. Or it says it won against me, but it lost. That
It's just getting confused with the previous one because of the double rerolls.
okay. So that was opposing the reroll.
Yeah, that was a
now it's opposed. Do you have that option to roll?
No, but I can just make a check.
Okay.
So it's just a melee flail check.
Oh, that was
Or
the
dodge.
Yeah, or dodge if you prefer.
You know.
Okay. So you failed by 3, he failed by 1, so he's going to hit you by 2. And that's your character. So this was a hit on your left arm. And his spear does +2, 10 points of damage.
So 5 points.
Is your character not allowed to parry?
The software got confused because of the multiple rerolls previously.
Gotcha. I was just wondering if,
Okay.
I thought maybe it was his.
And he stuns himself.
Yes.
And then you turn into a Skaven.
Oswald.
Oh, we already damaged his helmet. Let's
You're
finish.
right, HP.
Okay.
Good roll.
He attempts to parry, blocking it easily
It's
by
right.
5 levels.
All right, then I will use my relentless to. No, I'll just move 1 space.
Okay. Use your relentless to leave Matt alone
Yep.
against the creature.
Enjoy, man.
Heinrich.
Okay.
Fine with
Can
that.
I
I know.
attempt to make a perception check to see, 1, see if I can tell who's winning, and 2, to see if any of the other Skaven from further down the tunnel have heard this commotion, like that one near the gun?
The one near the gun. The cannon,
guy-
you mean?
The guys near the
Yeah.
big gun,
If you-
cannon.
Okay, so that's
Big gun,
two separate
big cannon.
things you're focusing on. A, you can't distinguish
Okay,
beyond the fog.
I'll focus on the stuff near the gun.
Okay, so you take your standard action to listen and look to see if there's any activity
Yeah.
coming from the other area.
Yes.
You see Hetri standing by the secret door into the side tunnel, trying to figure out whether you guys are going to come over there or not. You do not hear any other noise coming from the other chambers other than what you previously heard. So right now it doesn't seem like there's been any sort of alarm or alert at this level.
Okay.
Okay?
I'm not gonna fire into the group.
You're not going to fire. Okay?
No.
Okay, that takes us to the
50.
gun
I
guys.
took the 50-50.
They level, they aim, they fire.
Thanks for putting us in a nice, neat line. You easily could have went around that guy to the opposite side.
No, I couldn't. That was frenzy.
Oh, damn it. Stupid frenzy.
Frenzy! You know what that
Friends.
That's why I don't choose that. I hate that.
maybe
damn
it's a
thing.
I'm your
Last time I
best
got that
friend,
right.
so we're not gonna stand right next to each other.
I'm over there taunting the shit out of him. I mean, can't touch
Okay.
me. Shoot through your guy. He's stunned.
Yep. That's high dex, right?
It's not
That was my elf.
It's agility based.
Yeah.
Okay, so the first of a series of shots is going to go against Volker.
The
Oh,
fucking
God.
Gatling gun.
It is.
Well, no, it's a single shot, but it goes through all of them.
Oh, okay.
They have to make an attack against both of them.
Fair
is what I'm
enough.
talking about.
We're not understanding the. this
Okay,
whole
there is
damn
a
burst.
loud
Rapid
crack of
guns.
lightning,
Yeah.
and a greenish beam shoots out into you.
Yep.
I thought that was a 100. Did it blow up?
Same.
It hits by 1.
Please,
And
if
if
that
I have to
blew up.
dodge,
You can dodge if you so choose, but it will make it worse if you roll bad. And dodge is normally not a very good skill. That's why they typically don't bother
Or
dodging.
if you have a shield.
No. I'll just
He's got a giant tombstone. That's a
Oh,
shield.
shit.
Okay, so
to
click
get.
on the down arrow, the unopposed. Okay. So he hits you in the body, and that is going to do
17 points of damage.
10 points, ignoring armor. but subtracting toughness.
It's not that bad.
Okay. And then I need
This is the guy now.
I need a cool check.
Oh,
Yep.
It's like that's really cool.
We have Minimos.
Okay.
Natural
You
one.
are not intimidated by the scary weapon shooting at you.
Nice.
He's over there like
Okay.
just sticking his fingers in the hole.
And then Jarman,
Pull that bullet.
make an attack against you.
Down the hole.
Jarman, we get a +5.
You can dodge it.
You can dodge it.
Well, I'm,
You can parry it if you have a shield.
I'm going to try to parry it to at least reduce it some.
At minimum, you get your shield benefits at least.
But do I use my? Is it just like parrying an attack?
Yeah, just like parry and attack.
But it ignores all armor, so it's not like I'm going to get my shield benefits regardless.
Might reduce the damage a little bit.
Okay, so
Oh,
you,
nice.
you made it by 4.
Okay.
So it still hits you. It does 10 points, -2 for the shield,
Okay.
minus your toughness.
You're fine.
I can take 3.
Okay. Both of you give me a will save, or a... Yeah, I think it's will.
Cool test.
Well, you need to make a separate cool test. First for being attacked by it.
Probably
I'll fail that.
It's what?
It probably will be endurance in this case, from what I'm thinking.
Well, the first one's cool test
Yes.
for that. So go ahead and roll that first.
Back paladin. I think I know
Okay.
what you're saying.
So you are feared.
Okay.
I mean,
I
can't move towards it.
need
That doesn't
to use
surprise me.
icon because everything's getting broken these days with the new thing. So consider yourself feared 1
Mm-hmm.
for the 1 success level. Then both of you give me an endurance roll, endurance test.
It's a fucking giant taser.
Nope.
Okay,
Well,
both
I
of
got
you
a
have
0.
2 points of corruption.
I got 0.
Oh.
Yep. You got a -0.
Shh.
Is that even really a thing?
And
It's
2 points.
not.
And
Ooh,
2 points of
that goes
corruption.
over my
And strange
barrier.
rat-like furs pop out of your skin.
Wasn't there
Oh.
wasn't there an option to use resilience or something to ignore a corruption gain?
You can use
Oh,
your
shit.
permanent. You can use your permanent resilience to ignore a mutation.
Oh.
A mutation failed roll.
So I make my roll for corruption going over my threshold now because it just popped up as soon as I
You did? Sure.
Okay, there we go. And it's endurance test to resist hunger. No. Endurance test to resist cold. No. All right, so it's based off endurance.
Do you have Pure Soul?
I don't think so.
I think I do. I think I do. Actually,
If so, you only took 1 point.
pure soul.
Yep. So you only take 1, so you don't have to make it.
All
You're
right.
just right at the threshold.
I was for letting this.
So I thought you had it.
So
Yes, I did. Because you and I, you had to explain to me how it
That's
worked.
not really something Matt plays normally.
I know.
Yeah, he doesn't normally have a good soul.
Innocent pure soul? What's that?
Yeah.
I was like, what?
Seriously, Matt plays
Can I
that
sell
character?
that?
Okay.
How much
I
is
rolled
that?
it.
Like I said, where the blast hits you, not only is it blackened and charred and obviously painful, strange rat-like fur sprouts from it almost instantly.
Interesting.
Okay.
Immediately bare my
Open
ball.
the-
Hit me right in the armpit.
Okay. The guy next to him frantically starts working the machine to try and reload it. And gets it partially reloaded, but not fully. Jarman.
So how did he? The other guy failed miserably loading. This guy loaded it, fired it, and loaded it
No,
again.
last round they managed to load it.
Yeah.
This round, the first one fired it. The second one starts to reload it.
I'm trying to find the fear thing. Do you know if any of these things are?
Yeah.
It's not gonna be on there.
Yeah.
Oh, that's stupid.
Fear and terror are not on there.
For some
So what does it do? Just -10 or
Yes.
minus? Yeah, okay. All right. Well, I'll attack this one right here.
Okay.
Yell out. Kill the gun.
Terror makes you run away in panic. Fear, I believe, you can't approach them without making another test. And otherwise, you just have a -10.
It's not fun.
So I need a.
And if they approach you,
Is it a SL penalty or is it a -10 modifier?
-10.
All right. See if that worked. Yep. Did.
Yay!
He attempts to parry.
Come on, Matt.
Beat
Come
you.
on, Matt.
She's not it out. You gonna take your frenetic assault or whatever?
I can't. I didn't hit him.
Oh, okay.
Furious assault.
Volker.
I am gonna move.
Okay.
And how do you make a waypoint?
Control click.
Or just move where you want and we'll adjust it.
Okay. So I'm going to move down here.
That's fine. I understand you're going around them rather than through them.
Right.
That's not a problem. Give me another cool test to see if you recover from the fear. And Volker.
For the record, the wording of frenzy is for
You're so cool.
Yay!
Yay! You recover from the fear.
you may take a free action melee
Peeing
test
your
each round
pants
as
is
you are
cool.
throwing everything you have into the combat.
You know what I mean?
Huh?
So
okay.
it
I don't
doesn't
really
specify that I have to make it second
Oh,
or third,
Trying
correct?
to
I
help
just
out
make it.
Kid that Pete's
It's just
Make
you
it
get 2
okay.
attacks.
Yeah, I mean, the basic the intent is you get 2 attacks, and based on your description, your intent is using one of your attacks as an intimidate. I'm perfectly fine with that because
Probably
it's an attack type
For
action.
this
sounds
situation, it's
familiar.
more I attack it with the free melee action, and then I turn and charge with my move and my normal action.
Oh, thanks so.
No, I just.
Which is irrelevant because you can make your normal attacks before your move also.
He's trying to tell you you don't need to specify which attack you're doing. You're just
Right.
getting 2 attacks in a round.
Something.
Right.
You don't need to
It,
specify.
it adds up.
You're making it more difficult than it actually is.
I'm trying to give you more flexibility.
Yeah.
You keep arguing less flexibility, and I'm fine with that. But I'm trying to help you here.
Yeah. Thank you. I mean,
That's 58 cents an hour, not 58 cents
Too
a year.
much power.
That's
It's-
the only
yeah,
thing you
that-
can't do is
yeah,
move
that's
partial
more
move,
than two-
attack,
$1
and then
an
another
hour.
partial move and attack. It's one or the other. But you can attack first, move, attack, or attack, attack, a move, or move, attack, attack.
I'm gonna use a resilience to make that a 1.
Permanent one?
Move.
Okay. So a 1, so that's 5 success levels.
You should be able to edit it on your side. Right click it.
Faith.
Well, there should be a pencil
don't know
marker
where-
top right
Yeah.
right below the name.
Change it to a roll of 1. Okay. He attempts to parry. I'm going to use a resilience also to make it a 1. No, he's going to fumble as you hit him for 18 points of damage to the body, which is going to take him out.
Finally.
And then
Do the thing.
now, because
What's
they
the
just
thing?
shot me, would I be able to charge them? Or it's I have
You
to
can charge him regardless.
the frenzy mechanic. I have to charge the closest nearest enemy.
You have to charge the closest nearest one. You don't have control over frenzy.
Do it.
Okay.
If you kill him, that frees those 2 up.
Yeah.
Then you can
There's
charge
no
the other
downside.
guys.
You
Well,
just don't get the glory of killing the gun crew.
Yeah.
Well, and they might get a chance to reload and shoot again.
Yes, but Ozzy
Well,
goes
there's
next. Yes, but Ozzy goes next.
Ozzy can't reach him.
Now, from your guys' perspective, whoever's winning has outnumbered them, and there's only one person left.
Do we hear less squeaks?
No. And you just saw a big blast of lightning and bright light.
And you don't hear anything.
Yeah, now you're not really hearing it.
No.
What did you say? Sound like
He's still
Did
glossing
you
over.
add the plus 20 for multiple people?
No.
Okay, so you got plus 8. He attempts to parry.
We wouldn't have plus 20. We don't outnumber him 2 to 1.
Yeah, because he counts as 2.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, it's 3 to 2.
He'd get the charge bonus though.
Okay. Regardless, you did 21 points to him, and that's going to finish him off.
The reason I said I should charge.
Whales are
I should be
good.
charging.
Coleman, you see whatever it is take out a foe.
Yeah.
And now it's a group of just us.
That looks like a tail
Is
whipping
this
over that.
gas appearing to dissipate at all?
Not in the amount of time it's been out.
Sure. Is it moving?
Okay, that actually is what.
Well, it's roiling and boiling around, but it's not spreading. Halfling runs away.
Starts
Where did he go?
Maybe coming for you.
Exactly what your character would do.
Okay.
Sorry, guys.
Wait, what?
It is.
What happened?
Oswald.
So, which one of the 2 is holding the gun?
The lightning blast came from the southern one.
Okay.
They're both holding pieces of it.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
You're unfamiliar with the mechanics of it. You don't know whether both ends are dangerous or only one.
Just break the gun. Just run up and go.
No, just like a toddler, just right.
Is that a double move or a single move?
That is a double move. Can I intimidate?
No. Not if all you do is running forward.
That's all I got.
Heinrich.
Okay, so I don't know who is. You really should
Whatever
block
the dark shadows are in the other side, they're moving out into cover.
You really should make this block visibility if that's the case. But
I could, but I can't make it unknown visibility.
Once again,
I will step right on this corner and oh hey, that blocks all visibility right now.
Yeah. Hide.
No, I am going to stow the bow and draw a sword.
Okay. Ready to charge in to fight.
No, not charge in. I'm ready an attack for something that
Okay.
steps out.
So the first rat attempts to.
Happens flee.
I'm coming for you.
Yeah.
Just the hulking metal mass.
He drops what he has, given that it's not loaded and not very close at being loaded, and instead draws his sword as he steps forward,
Clank, 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 clank.
and then attacks you.
See, these are the sword masters. Okay.
Yep.
Those were the henchmen that were up for.
It's they're just like shake, shake, shake.
These are actually the tough ones.
Yep.
They have 2 tables.
They count as 3 guys.
That's fine. I'll eat all 3.
What just mutates into a.
He strikes you by 7.
Oh my
By
god.
7?
By 7, plus 7.
Told you.
He obviously rolled well.
But they have like an 80.
So this and then my shield.
Okay, so he blocked it. He hit you by 5 success levels, which is going to be.
these definitely are the badasses because you attacking by 7 when you're not outnumbering somebody, you would have to have a 70-something skill.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he also charged.
All of these Skaven have had that.
That's craziness. Well,
Okay,
with the charge again.
with the charge,
With the
you
charge,
got it.
I told
Okay,
you. Like a
so
pixie skill.
yeah, I don't know why I didn't calculate. So he got a net 5 success levels. He did 12 points to your right arm.
Yeah, my.
Did you do the skill test or the weapon test?
You have a shield?
I do have a shield.
I
Then you
probably
probably
did a
took
Melee
one.
basic test.
Yeah,
Love that
it is
supply.
6 and 5.
Probably.
There you go.
And 10, 11, so I took 1.
No
You
problem.
said 12,
12 points.
so I
yes.
took 1.
Man. Okay. Other one draws his sword, discarding the weapon as well.
Welcome.
And charging in.
Yes.
Now he makes a sword attack this time. And hits you by 8.
Nice.
They are obviously the experts. They come in and do a flurry and flourish and then stab at you.
Yeah.
You blocked an awful lot of it. You're only going to take another point. Well, it's 8 points to the leg.
Oh, let's see.
Body.
Well
Body.
done.
The body.
Okay, yeah. Well, you parried him across the leg.
You just kicked.
Yeah, body
Kick the
12, so I got another 1 point.
Okay. Apparently, Oswald is just as good at sword fighting as these guys are because he blocks nearly all of those strikes. German.
2 points of damage.
Hopefully, you can move faster than 2.
Well, I feel like we're like. Remember
Charge.
Okay.
I have no idea.
I
what
do
to
not want to attack the one he's about to charge, so.
Well, that's a good choice.
Add 2 more points to that damage because I forgot the outnumber bonus in that case. Although I don't think it changes anything for you. It's 10. at
10
that
to
point.
No, for either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
The first one would have had it. Yeah.
All right.
I want to see you get some right.
Combat. Council. I'm not scared anymore.
Real good thing I got that.
No, not a good hit. But, oh, wait, I didn't
Oh,
have to add my. It's by 3. Because I had charged.
Okay, so 2 points higher, so 3. He parries and it fails. So he takes 12 points to the body.
Yep.
And let's see, what is his armor rating? Body 12 is okay. He is injured but not out. Okay. Volker.
Now, you die. Charging. Now, are we outnumbering them?
No. Well, yes, but no, not with a
Yeah.
bonus. -4.
Yeah. Woo.
He beat you by -2.
Nuts.
Oh, gee.
Okay.
Now my second attack.
Okay.
For Frenzy.
What, the amount of damage? he's
Yeah, good
Because of
God.
the impact of the charging.
Yeah. Okay, you hit him by 1. He opposes and it succeeds by 4.
God.
Sean.
Tolman.
Oh, I died.
Ugh.
Told you these guys were
You
sword
want
masters.
to die out here.
Does she have a torch or anything like that on her?
No.
Unless you can kill the one above me.
She comes back. What are we doing, man? I didn't know you guys were going to start fighting all these things.
Start the fire.
Aren't you a dwarf?
I thought you wanted to get to the cannon.
We're gonna get there. I look back at the
The cloud?
I think.
And me
And I
standing,
step
me
behind.
standing,
Okay.
me standing on the corner
Yeah,
with
you're
the sword
standing.
out.
You're standing on a ledge about 60 feet high.
Oh, I don't
there-
step on the ledge.
Well,
no.
I mean, just the wall itself is plenty of room.
Yeah. Okay.
Behind her, there's an open door, open stone section of it. Beyond it is a 60-foot shaft or so descending into the darkness. You can see barrels piled up past this level.
Why don't we just grab one of those barrels?
I pull out my lantern.
Okay.
I will not let them fucking eat me.
She shouts. Hedrick. Oswald.
Screaming into the darkness.
Chef gave you a
I
no,
say
yeah.
weak sauce, and then I hit it.
He says, squeak. And blocks your strike.
Oh.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Heinrich.
I can't see around the corner right now, so I'm gonna stay there waiting for
You
a
can-
rat
you
to
can-
step
You
out
can
of the
still
cloud.
hear the sounds of pitched combat.
The frenzy activist.
I don't want to go through the great
Okay.
cloud.
So the first one's going to go. It is going to stab at Oswald.
Come get face
That's right, given the weak sauce taunt. It says,
Yes, weak sauce, weak sauce.
He's got sauce.
and hits you by 3.
Yes. Why are these?
Hurry, please.
He hits you successfully, 9 points on the left arm.
So
Thank you.
Second one says, hot sauce, and goes for Volker. The sword
so fun.
hits by 6.
Oh
That's
my!
going to be a solid hit with a roll of a 1.
You got this.
Super
Easy.
shield.
I don't know how many hit points he's got left, but he has torn the hell up.
He was bleeding all day.
Yeah.
In this
Yeah.
fight, I think he's taken over
He's
20 something.
taking quite a bit. That's going to hurt.
And you're down.
Use it. Use
Okay.
the thing.
You have a fortune or fate or whatever.
I do.
You get to know what the result is before you can
Yeah.
apply it if you want.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's going to do 10 points of damage, which will take you out. The critical.
Okay, so only 9. Should be fine.
Your arm is jarred, dropping whatever's in your arm. You take 1 extra wound, which won't matter. So you're down, but not dying.
Yeah.
No big
No,
deal.
He
I can
doesn't.
hear you.
He doesn't look like
Can you
he's
get to
dying.
the gas?
That's fine.
Not that you know, but Jarman.
Wait on hands, Felix.
That's Karate Kid, man.
I don't know what that
Take a
means.
He actually is still conscious.
Actually, no.
Or
I can go around this
Oh,
guy, right?
Just technically.
Marita.
Yeah, as long as you don't leave.
I know what Karate
his
Kid is.
distance.
I never
4
watched it.
yards.
She focuses.
I'm going to keep moving, but that's 4 yards.
That's fine.
No, you're,
That's
you're
2
very
yards.
much- you can't get out.
6.
No.
If you but you're still.
I think you have enough distance to get there. That's
Yes,
For all
and I
settings.
attack this one.
If you
Okay.
have,
I literally had just enough basically to get to
I
the
think
sword.
it's toughness bonus rounds till you fall unconscious.
Remember, I'm
Or
not
if
wearing
you
all
get-
that one
if you
armor I
get
used
issue,
to
you
have.
automatically fall unconscious.
Give it to the girl.
Or stun
All
or
right.
anything like that.
Attack. Roll.
But there's a couple things like you can
I
spend-
do. Solid
you have
strike.
Resolve. You can
Hit him
now
by 7. He
stand up for free.
fails his parry.
Yeah,
He's
okay.
taking a
That
bunch of
allows you
damage
to
to
get
his
back.
leg, and you slice his leg off.
Yeah.
No.
I attack this one.
Okay.
Rat-a-tat.
Another solid. hit.
Another
Obviously,
thing.
that's your tactic. You just have to spend all your movement moving around him
Right.
Man,
Oh, shit, no, I missed. All right, I can't take the second attack.
because you moved.
I mean, obviously
Okay.
he's
Multiple
mad that
is
his
down, Coleman.
friend got taken out.
You got a
I
lantern
can't
now.
hear you. I'm sorry.
You have a lantern now. That's good. You hear the pitch sounds of combat from the other room.
Resolve that so it doesn't
I start pulling out.
sit out there being silly.
You said we
I
burned
start
the
pulling out
signs
my.
to stand up.
Well,
Well,
let's
steel,
see. Gonna start
yeah.
lighting the lantern.
Mhm.
Okay, give me a survival roll.
I'm gonna burn a resolve to just stand up and regain 1 hit point.
You can keep up.
The resolve.
One of the.
So you're aware.
You're
we
prone.
did. We did it a couple times.
It's survival, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so.
He can spend a resolve, get a point, and then stand up just as well. The kip up is sort of an acrobatics move. It's as a free action, I stand up, which he's got a.
The description
got a
is
thing
you
on his
remove the
back.
prone conditioning, regain 1 as you surge to your
He
feet.
does
Right, but the idea is it takes his action to stand up.
with the thing on his back.
So-
Yeah.
The tombstone lifts him.
That's it.
Stand. Okay.
That's terrifying.
Yeah, you get the flint to steel after striking it. It hasn't lit yet.
That's fine.
Brains connect.
As the sparks fly out into those
I'm
things.
thinking about that. I'm over the gap going.
Oswald.
Oh, plus 20. My bad.
Oh,
So plus 20.
A wonderful
so
thing with it.
plus 8.
Okay.
Oh,
Eight?
Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah, just half them were against me.
Yeah.
So you did the full 8.
Yep, that's going to take him out. He goes down. Okay, so the sounds of combat die off into the other room. What are you going to do? You going to stay outside the cloud?
I am not going in that cloud.
Okay. Another round or two, you get the lantern lit.
Yep.
What are you doing?
I'm holding it over the edge.
Okay. Hetry nudges you to say, the battle's over. I don't know who won.
If rats come out of that hole, this is going down the hole.
Okay, she levels. I think you guys gave her what, an axe or something?
Yeah.
She had a hand
Sword,
weapon.
yeah.
A hand
Yeah,
weapon.
hand
okay.
weapon.
Hand weapon.
So
Yeah.
she raises her hand up and then peers into the cloud, trying to figure out what's going on. Before we decide anything inside the room,
Okay.
let's go over to George, where he is out scouting.
I totally forgot about you this whole fucking time.
We're supposed to.
It never dawned on me that you were actually playing. Oh man.
Yep.
Meantime, he's killed a rat.
Fuck, I'm retarded.
Debatable.
Oh man. Okay.
What happens when you're sleep deprived all the time?
It's about fun.
It's like George has been involved in the campaign for 3 years, and Thad doesn't even remember.
Who are you? It never occurred to me this whole match that you weren't taking action. It just
That's because he kept helping explain everything.
yeah, you were participating more than I was.
Okay, so if you remember right,
Yeah.
you were in a side room. There were a bunch of discarded supplies, boxes, and so forth on the trash in here. You could see a glow of green light coming from the far room, and numerous Skaven moving about the room. Looks like slaves doing work, with the occasional armored rat guarding them. Okay, they all seem to be working in a frenzy. During the last game, the chime for 3 had rung. What would you care to do?
So go with the original plan. My goal was to like scout these general areas and try to find a stairway up.
Okay.
So I guess the question would be: do I feel any like breeze coming from a different direction?
Yes.
Something like that.
Not a different direction, but there's a
Okay.
cold breeze coming from out front, near the room where the light is.
Okay. So my goal is to stealth that direction.
Okay. So I'm going to assume you're using just normal stealth since your miracle
Yeah.
is short.
Yeah.
Or your spell is short.
That's fine.
Okay. So up here, there's a side room that doesn't have anything of note in it.
Okay.
You get to up here, looking through the corners. There are several of these large pools or vats or whatever, collection things. All of them are about 6 to 7 feet tall, made out of rusty iron, and surrounding what looks like pools of bubbling green slime. Okay? At the far end of the chamber, across the crowd, there is a circular stairwell that leads upwards, and a couple of areas looking off to the east that look out over the valley.
Okay.
Okay. From those geography-wise, you're roughly. Yeah, I mean, obviously you're at like the third tier of the fort in the mountain. There's maybe 24 slaves, all rats, in this room, tending the vats, and in several cases, you see them taking crates and pouring what looks like large emeralds, something like that, out of the crates into the pools.
Okay.
they seem to be trying to be careful, like it might be toxic or hazardous.
Okay.
But they put it in while another one on the side of it stirs it with a large pole made out of iron. And they all seem to be working feverishly. They don't look like they've eaten in weeks. But every time one of them slows down or stops, they get whipped or struck by the guards.
Okay.
Okay.
Is it just you said vats and stuff like that? Is there any like mechanisms on the vats or like openings near the bottom?
There are
like
no
that?
mechanisms, but there's a massive, looks like a metal tube that wraps around each one of them, and then snakes along the ground to the west. One from each one of the vats.
Okay.
6 inches, 10 inches or so in diameter. It's strangely laid out, like it's not. I mean, you don't have any engineering skills or anything like that, so it doesn't look like it follows any sort of rhyme or reason other than it's a pipe that leads from the vat to the west.
Okay. How many of the armored dudes are there?
Maybe a
Or
dozen.
people of note?
Maybe a dozen, and then about 2 dozen slaves.
Okay.
They're working around this area. You can hear similar activity off to the west.
Where are they getting the emeralds from?
Crates and boxes they have stacked around this area.
Okay, just scattered about.
Yeah, I mean they look like it's semi-organized. It's like they're feeding the mineral or whatever it is into the vats.
Okay. They don't have a specific section where they're all gathered.
No,
out there.
yeah. There's a pile of them next to each one of them.
Okay.
All of them, although they're emeralds, at least it looks like emeralds,
Yeah.
to your eye at least.
Yeah.
They all seem to glow with some inner light.
Fancy emerald.
More valuable.
I know.
Right.
Glowing emeralds.
Who want glowing gems?
So
Yeah, to get across this room, you almost certainly need to use your spell, or be particularly good at stealth, because there's plenty of eyes here, and the guards seem attentive, and everybody's active.
yeah, I can use my spell.
Head across.
I believe in the deity. I have faith.
Good thing you don't have the. What was it? What are they called again? Doom.
Doom. I would still. I would.
Doom.
If I had that, I would still be having faith. I'm fine with that.
Everybody has a doom.
So 10 rounds.
Okay. So you cast your spell and wander rapidly through the room over to here and up the stairs. So, meanwhile, we go back to the workshop. Battle has ended. What would the three of you care to do?
Say, break that thing and nod towards the thing on the ground that they were getting shot
I'm
with.
not touching it.
And then I'm gonna go.
Tell them
Over.
to break it and then walk away.
Yep. And then I'm going over here to see if there's any more of those jars that they threw, because that seems pretty
Sure.
noxious.
Yeah. Looking around, you find 5 of them.
You're messing with other stuff. I'm staying the hell away from all of them.
There's a small wooden rack.
Yeah.
Looks like it could probably hold a dozen or so. Vaguely looks like an eggshell, an egg holder, but made out of wood and a bit more crude. There's 5 of these green globes. They look like they're made out of crystal or something like that. But just watching it, whatever's inside it, looks completely sealed. There doesn't seem to be any opening per se, and it looks like it's about 3/4 filled with some sort of green liquid.
That's a good
I
description
would.
for one.
I would like to pick up 3 of them
Okay.
Potion.
and put them
One.
securely in my little backpack.
Okay. You pick them up. They clink loudly against each
Pull
other.
one
They
out,
all
drink it.
feel
Must be nice.
heavy for their weight, like heavier than you would think, like sort of like a full canteen as far as weight,
Okay.
maybe a pound or
So you're
so.
off right. Hips up.
They clink loudly against each other,
Such an asshole.
and you drop them in your backpack without much difficulty. I mean, they clink and clatter a bit.
But they don't seem to be like incredibly fragile. That's what I'm saying. That it
They
seems-
don't break immediately.
Okay.
You are unsure how
So
fragile
the
they
head
are.
was
Then I will
the heaviest
stuff my
item in this
bedroll
place
into that
because
backpack
completely
Okay.
to
weightless
try to
me.
give them a little
Try
bit
to
of
pat them
cushion.
with that.
Yep.
Okay.
Don't go to sleep.
Yep.
I just
And then
chuck it like
if
a
it
shot.
is the
There's two more.
case, other two can, well, let's see, backpack. I'll grab the other one in my hand.
You want to toss one over to Matt?
Oh my
I'm
god.
gonna grab one. I'm gonna put my
Think fast.
Yep. I'm gonna put my weapon away,
Okay.
keep my shield out, and I'm gonna grab one of those with my open hand and,
Okay.
and carry it with me.
Okay.
And just in case, so I got 4.
Me and my ball.
Three
Okay.
banging.
All the healing drops just heal back your toughness and hit points, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Cut the head off one of the rats and throw it into the smoke to see what it happens to the head.
It disappears into the smoke.
I would throw it to the point where I can actually physically see it. Then I'm gonna do it again, just
Okay.
to the point where I can still see the.
Wait, what is wrong with
Okay,
this guy?
So you toss the head just into the edge of the smoke.
Yeah.
Okay. It sits there. The smoke billows a bit more anxiously around it, like something's disturbing the wind currents. The smoke doesn't seem to be spreading. It seems to be staying in the same area. You hear a hissing and popping sound coming from the head that lasts for maybe 2 or 3 rounds and then stops.
Acid. God, it's acid. It's not inhaled.
I say,
How far did you throw that other head?
Hey! Tolman!
And through the smoke, I guess.
Oh,
Yeah. Does it land on the other side?
Tolman, figure out how to get rid of this green gas.
Hey, is Heinrich the other one's name?
Heimlich? Yes, it's Heimlich.
Heinrich.
We're choking, Heimlich.
Torturing him quick.
I'm gonna
So
search
you
it.
can hear that, Ben, you can hear them calling for you through the cloud of gas.
It's bad gas.
I'm like 100 feet away. There's no way I can hear
You're
it.
across the hallway now, unless they're really
Tolman.
shouting, which
Tolman.
I wouldn't suggest.
Tolman.
You can where you're at. I mean,
I'm
you
I'm
and
gonna walk over there.
right, you and Hetry are specifically studying the wall of gas and everything. You can hear activity in the hallway to your left and behind you, and you can still hear shouts and distant combat from the main stairwell.
Okay, well, I'm not worried about the stairwell.
Well, I'm gonna
But-
walk over to him and tell him that I think they won, unless they're being forced to talk.
Or rats can mimic sounds.
That's right.
Oh no!
I mean, you did just hear a whole bunch of sizzling and pops and squeals.
No squills.
I'm gonna let our prayer for salvation, Sigmar.
The head
Okay.
was alive.
Did the voice sound stupid? Oh, it sounds well.
Okay.
What? What do you want?
They said
He
said
told
they
you a
need
lit
you.
lantern over the
No.
pile of gunpowder.
No, you don't. Please don't do that.
I will not get eaten by a rat.
Yes, they
Fine.
won.
How do you know that? You can't see shit.
I wish I could see you right now.
Hetry bends over and moves a little rat.
I will
away
not
from
believe
your
you
foot.
did this.
Back,
What?
back of it might be. We might be able to detonate it.
That did what?
The smoke. Clear it out via
You
fire.
think it's flammable?
It might be everything else from the.
All right, let's try it.
I back up.
Yeah, you can see at this point the cloud looks like it's starting to thin.
Oh,
There's a layer. It looks like there's a layer of green powder landing on everything within it.
if it's thinning, then I'm not gonna try to
Okay.
detonate it.
It looks like another 30 seconds to another minute or two.
I'm gonna try and detonate it.
No, you're not.
I want to know what you're picking up is gonna go boom
It's
too.
not going to. It's going to go boom on other
If
people.
it looks like he's gonna do that, then yeah, I'm back.
On those that are
Okay.
bad.
Okay.
I wanna know.
Until it slips out of his hand.
Are there torches? No, they don't use torches.
Entertain. Look what I can do, guys.
Flip a match. Hold on. Make sure I have more than one.
Okay.
I think if I remember correctly,
Good luck, Ben.
I only have one.
I have 10. I have 10.
He's around the corner.
Okay.
So I flip a match.
You're gonna have to be a couple of yards away
I
from
don't
it.
care. That's fine. I'm assuming it's up for
He
the
was-
explosive
I'm
if it
technically
is.
by.
Okay.
So that's fine. I'm gonna be right. I'll be right up close to it. I don't care.
Yeah, I mean, lighting things on fire has worked great from you up close.
Do I think I can get? Yeah, here we go.
You
Right
could-
there.
you could probably get it 2 squares. Throw a lit match into it.
Yeah.
Okay. It flies in. The powder is mostly settled at this point. Lands on the ground. Initially, there's a little bit of a poof from it. It looks like it maybe flammable generally,
Like
but at this point it's
dispersed.
inert. Yeah. The match, however, it burns out relatively quickly since it's laying on the ground. The wood continues to blacken, and a few seconds later turns to ash and die and falls apart.
Give me something metal.
Yeah, I'll go grab a metal bit.
Ooh,
Pipe.
bring that gun over here. I'm gonna drag the thing you told us
What?
to speed up and destroy.
Right.
Okay.
And toss it in there and run back.
Okay. It lands in there. Some of it sizzles and pops a bit. Doesn't seem like it really affects most of it though.
Is it like on the ceilings and stuff?
No, it's primarily on the floor.
Then is there like a long pipe
like
or
this
something
shit.
that I
My
can
shoes
use?
are metal, right?
Is there a long pipe?
I'm
There's lots of-
not asking for like a broom. I'm
Understood.
asking for
I
something
am.
I can sweep along the floor to clear.
Yeah, there's several large
I'd be asking for a broom.
cauldrons, barrels, glass jars, things like that, many of which are filled with similar green liquid. There's also a wide variety of really flexible large metal pipes that go from different things.
I'm gonna grab one of the scaling carts.
Do they go out of the room?
Hold on.
No.
Sorry.
The guys,
They're all connected to different
I'm gonna see what the
mechanics
rogue guys are wearing first. I want to see if I can, because I need to fix my armor or get different armor.
here. Okay.
See, we start checking bodies. In other words,
And the metal on that gun doesn't seem to be dissolving.
No, metal seems to be unaffected by it.
Oh,
I've got.
and then my
armor
shoes and
jacked.
my shoes and leg armor, that's all metal, right? I mean,
Not the soles of it.
not the soles of it.
Yeah.
No.
Wrap it up. Just
If you have chain or plate, absolutely it's metal, but they're leather straps. The powder seems to be affecting organic material. The leather straps, the things like that on the gun, those have dissolved away.
That's all. I mean, that's all settled, right? I'm trying to think if I could walk through there, but if the soles aren't, then that's not.
right. The soles of boots.
Yeah.
we
are
got
gonna
enough
be
rat bodies
leather.
just to toss them out there and walk across the bodies. But
I'm
right
just
now,
probably
it's
wearing
just-
soul rats though, right? If he's in full plate.
The soles of the
Yeah.
boots are still
Yeah.
leather.
So I could slip and
Where's the
slide out
leather?
of here with my
Right. That
vest.
would be really awkward to have metal soles because A, it'd be very slippery and it doesn't flex with your foot.
and I'd be super silent.
Well,
Sounds like tap dancing everywhere.
if you're wearing heavy armor, you're not really worried about silence. That's not a factor. But absolutely, there are metal casings on
I
top
will
of
agree.
the boots.
You think they can hold his weight, the carcasses?
It'd be fine.
We probably find enough metal in this
As
room.
long as we don't take their clothing off, it'll be fine with them walking across.
They had shields, whole bunch of shields. We just line all the shields.
Yeah,
up.
there you go. We can get that too.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure we're not missing something that these things might be carrying. And if there's male chest armor, I need that.
Okay.
Not be that.
Hell, if it's a male coat,
He'll go with female chest armor.
I need to get a whole male
At this
coat.
point, he's good.
He can be his true self.
You know, there's a reason why I locked that door on the bathroom to this side. When I saw you going that way and I went in the bathroom, I was like, nope, that click. Sort of pointed out.
I'm not allowed to lock the other door.
Yeah.
Oh,
Walk
okay.
in. Needs help, chicken.
All you see is the hand come around the door. I don't want to see it happen, just make it happen.
Are there any like
It's
flat
not gay if you don't make eye
Are
contact.
there any flat swords or anything in here?
I gotta go
swords,
unlock that door too, though.
I mean, short swords and things like that.
Just gonna start-
Sean's gonna be in his office like, oh
Okay. It reacts like
No.
it's a fine dust.
From there, I thought
When
that
you
was jelly
scrape at
pudding.
it, it kicks up clouds of it.
Oh, then never mind.
So,
You catch that?
No.
When we sweep it, it kicks up clouds of the dust.
okay. So I think either using the shields as stepping stones or
Yeah. I mean,
bodies, we're gonna get
between the shields, although their shields are wooden, but it's not dissolving it fast enough.
Yeah.
Between the shields and the other scraps in the room of metal and things like that, you can get a makeshift thing to hop over real quick and
I
get
want to
through
try
it.
to save one of the shields because I don't think we gave one to the dwarf.
Okay.
She has my armor. I don't think she has a shield. And what armor and stuff was
That's
on?
what I was trying to find.
Down 3 points of armor.
Full elven plate.
Ew!
Yep, right into that.
Yeah,
Okay,
this will
they
make
are
it.
armed with.
If it's
Um,
good enough, it'll survive.
They have mail armor that is rusty.
Is it all over?
It is. They are wearing it. Yes, all over. So
Le-
you
Leather
can
and
get-
mail, or just?
Yeah, leather armor and mail. The leather is like not leather, like tanned hide.
I don't care.
Well, it's hide, but you're not
Could be
sure from
humans or
what.
what-
Yeah.
I don't care.
Human.
I'm not picky
Okay.
because I'm missing most of my armor because it's been destroyed by their stupid halberds.
Okay.
So I
So you compared to a Skaven, give me. There's 3 of these guys in this room.
okay.
Give me 3 rolls. Any of them under a 4, you find one that you can wear.
On what days?
Percentile.
A 4.
40.
Oh, 4
Oh,
D.
I was like,
okay,
I was
wow.
questioning- I was
4.
questioning the dice
4%
there.
chance. Go.
Slash R.
Yep. /R space 1d100.
There you go. You made the 4.
You thought it would be hard.
That's
The first one looks like he's sized directly for you.
That's wild.
That is fun.
It's one of the female rat armors.
Oh.
So I also have leather. So I have to add leather, chassis, and.
Extra space for 2 potions.
Yeah.
2 more balls.
Okay. If it matters, even with the betting, you still have this. Given that you're somewhat attuned to the dangers, as you're moving around, you still keep hearing, you think, like a little clinking sound from them. Even though you know that it's been packed up and everything. They seem, they give you the sense of fragility. Okay?
All you heard was fertility.
Sure, having one of those bursts in your pocket would be good for your health.
Totally.
But did they have head armor?
It looks like
I
I got
don't got-
fertility and I drink one.
Wow.
That is not one of the things to stick it in.
You did.
So Jack is
This
arms
is like that dude off of RoboCop right before he gets hit by the van.
and chest, right? Yeah, because a jerk in his knob.
Okay. So, what would you guys care to do?
He literally melts.
Yeah, I've seen the movie. Trying
Yeah.
to remember
We'll go back out there with the rest of the guys.
Okay.
Let's say that.
See, here they come out now.
It's rats! But you do see one emerging wearing rat armor.
And one carrying some kind of green weapon.
And he comes out holding a like a baseball that glows green.
I come right up to him and check this out.
I pull it out from the hole. I'm like,
Did you see anything down there?
lots of gunpowder. What's that?
How big are the
You
kegs
know the big
again?
stinky kegs?
The kegs,
I think
Yeah.
that's where he grabbed it from.
they're
Cigar
like
Munch.
50-gallon kegs. I mean, big ones.
So,
Why he's carrying it either.
carryable?
No.
Why is the chain not on?
How
You
was he gonna
could,
load
with
the
some
can?
help, you
Would he
could
look
probably
like
heft one out,
We rolled,
I agree.
lay it on its side, and roll them
mail,
around.
That's what it's called.
But it would have taken months to probably stack this many in here. All of them appear to be heavily water damaged and aged. You're not sure what, if any, condition they're in.
Okay, I just didn't know if there was like a smaller one that I could possibly
No.
carry with me.
No, they're not small casks. These are gigantic barrels,
Yeah.
apparently filled with this powder.
This is the same room we were in earlier, right?
Yep.
This is
Just a
60
lot
feet
higher.
above the room you were in earlier. And
That's
the barrels are stacked beyond this level.
Where's the cat man?
All it takes is one piece of it to catch on fire. No idea. I haven't
That's
seen
how the
it.
cookie crumbles.
He's a cat man.
You know what I just realized?
That
is
one-
we
yeah.
left a ton of our equipment. I left a ton of our equipment down in that poop hole.
Did you?
Wherever we first came out, remember we got to that one. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And we left all the
Yeah.
rations. all
I
kinds of
assumed
shit.
we were
Yeah.
going back that way.
I never assumed we were
We
going
showed me.
back.
We showed me a stash like outside. Of the
So
place.
I will assume you guys are gathering notes, resting,
No.
potentially doing some first aid.
Yeah. I guess that's a good idea.
Yeah, I can
Okay.
use some first aid, I guess.
So,
Show me a stash.
meanwhile,
outside the place.
Boring first aid.
boring first aid.
Yep.
Okay. Meanwhile,
This is how you can like practice for field dressing.
Mm-hmm.
Who's which one are you?
I'm not on the far left.
Not that one.
I'll start with you because you look like you're about to die.
we who are about to die.
We who are about to die say me.
Okay. The stairs lead up
Oh my god.
to another level where they continue further and head off into a no, scratch that. They lead up. Let me
That is a
the
critical.
light on this map.
I know, critical.
Fail?
It doesn't happen in skill checks, sadly.
Well, you still got healed for
A lot.
Light. Okay.
6 points.
So
Yeah, 6 points.
the stairs up here
Sorry, man.
It's fine.
come to an end.
Who needs healing now?
I'll find you.
I'm good.
Party.
Too sneaky.
Hey,
What
Sigma
is
right
heal?
my
Off.
Here's a healing drill.
That's me. I'm good.
Good.
You hear me? No. Here's a healing drill.
I really hope that's the right glass item you just gave me.
Want me to roll percentile?
Healing drops are just toughness based, right?
Oh,
I think this have a cork on it.
God
Smash it.
damn it. Really? Okay, you heal 6 points.
Okay.
All he
That's
needs.
plenty.
Yeah.
I can't even see. Oh, wait, no,
It is.
that's wrong.
Where are you
You
at?
have a consistent healer.
I don't know. Oh, I'm not even out there with you guys yet.
He's consistent.
Where are you guys at is really what I need. Oh, there you go.
Okay.
Okay.
George, I'm
What do you
going
mean,
to try to
you people?
move you over here.
You guys.
If I'm able
Are you
to.
feeling my bending?
I don't think
dare
I
you.
can add you specifically. Let's see.
That's a crit failure, right?
No, that's a
I should
critical.
have updated your map.
Access.
Oh,
You passed.
okay.
Barely.
You heal 7.
Did your map get updated?
I mean,
Were you? I saw you had a second bonus that you weren't applying.
For what?
Now it's updated.
Okay. So the stairs aren't marked on this map for some reason, but this is where you come out. This room seems to be empty.
Okay.
Okay.
That's what you're gonna.
There is a passageway leading to the right, to the east, that looks that you can hear wind blowing past.
You gain a hit point.
Okay. There's also a passageway that leads north into the main chamber, and through it you can see the upper reaches of the cannon. Okay. You can hear the sounds of the workers in the direction of the cannon. The other direction is quiet except for the wind.
I'll go that
He
way.
broke my collar.
Right.
Right. Killed me.
I
Yeah.
remember.
You head over here
Very well.
and through the tunnel. At this place, let me adjust some of the walls. Let's see.
Not a doubt. I think most of the moment.
I mean, at least it was all positive rolls, but damn.
These walls, we will ignore the rest of it. What you can see functionally, this is the main thing. This opens up in it's a open air bridge
Oh, okay.
of ancient construction, dwarven make, that spans between the mountaintop you're at and a side peak that's adjacent.
Oh,
Okay. There is several hundred feet of fall from here, and a thick layer of snow and ice just from the mountain just built up here. Way across in the other room, at the other entrance where it closes in again, you see what looks like in the distance a massive iron bell
Okay.
suspended from scaffolding and something big moving around near it. No sign otherwise of any Skaven or guards.
I'm gonna try the stealth that way.
So you get to about here before you can see into the room mostly well. The bell is approximately here. It's big, maybe 5-10 yards across.
Okay.
Far bigger than you've seen bells even in churches, etc. How they got it here, no clue, but it is suspended about 5 feet above the ground from a massive wooden structure where it hangs. In front of it is a massive rat ogre with deformed ears and what looks like stitched over eyes.
Deformed ears by like describe, I guess, the deformed ears.
Like they're particularly small size and scratched
Okay.
and so forth.
Okay.
It's standing there. It's heavily scarred and injured, although it doesn't seem to be moving per se as injured. It's just badly damaged. It's holding a massive iron mallet,
Very good.
a big dwarven hammer,
Okay.
standing next to the bell. Around one of its legs is an iron chain that's been shackled to it that stretches from it, past it, and down the far tunnel to the left.
Okay.
As you watch, something moves the chain from outside of the room. The ogre reacts, sniffs the air, and then with a loud clang, smashes the bell, which echoes across the place. After a moment, he smashes it a second time.
Holy crap.
We're not there.
We hear it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you absolutely hear the bell chime too.
Yeah.
So there's no other rats in here?
Yep, the rest of the room seems completely empty. As the chime calms down, you are almost completely deafened. At least temporarily, you're not right next to the bell.
Oh.
The rat seems completely unaffected. It sort of stoops down a little bit and just starts sniffing the air again.
Okay. So
That'd be annoying.
does the chain on the leg or tail or whatever have a lock on it?
Yeah, looks like it's shackled to him.
Yes.
So I want to attempt best my ability is to get you 1 yard away from that.
Okay.
You had made the most value out of that spell, I can think.
That's the goal at least. I
Okay.
know I have to do a roll. I can't do my not detection one because that's a miracle in addition to the miracle I'm attempting to cast.
Right.
So I can't have them both active. So it's going to be a raw stealth check.
Okay. So you start stealthing over. Obviously, the creature is blind.
Yeah.
Its hearing seems to be gone,
Yeah.
given that it's right next to this massive bell.
But it could
Shocker.
But yeah, it seems to have a enhanced version of smell. As soon as you enter the room, its nose perks up and it
Can
starts
I-
sniffing in your direction.
Can I have one hand, just right, I'm not going to use it or anything, a bottle of my perfume.
I don't care.
Okay. And then I'm going to attempt to stealth forward.
Okay.
My goal with that is to use it as in terms of to absolutely throw its scent out of whack
Okay.
with it if it alerts to me and stuff like that.
Yeah. At this point, it seems aware that somebody or something has entered the room.
Okay.
With a strange smell.
We pretty much smell like the rats at this point. I know I do. Hell, I could walk right in.
That's my goal.
What's up, yo?
I've been ruining this
Okay.
whole plate for months.
I'm wearing their armor.
Motor. Stop it.
Oh.
Motor. And if stuff requires rolls, I am willing to spend more points, whether it be blind
Okay.
or regular. Motor.
Ooh. You play because it has a heart at the top there.
No. I don't have one of those.
Okay.
Yes, you
There is the rat
Oh.
ogre.
Holy crap.
And also, I didn't even realize that.
Okay.
Just fun thing
So
to keep
you
brain-
see to the north,
Okay.
that first chamber is a small room on which is a large conference table made out of stone.
Okay.
Looks like it's covered with papers and so forth. There appears to be a human wizard inside the room.
Okay.
Very ornate, wearing clothing, obviously. The clothing is bright white and blue, and very ornate. She seems to be tied up, or at least restrained, and you can see several other armored rats in that room. So they're in this room over here.
Okay.
Okay. They don't appear to be aware of you at this point, but certainly if the rat starts doing something, they would be.
Yeah.
Okay. There is now that you're in the room looking and able to see that. That's what you're able to see. There's nothing else you can see. No other activity currently.
Are they wearing hearing protection of some sort?
The one helmet. Hearing protection, no.
Yeah, that's right. Protect your ears.
What about them, man? I'm assuming they're all deaf. Just regardless. But I'm gonna continue with the
I
plan.
forgot all about that.
Okay, and your
Yeah.
plan is to approach the
I didn't
giant
have
rat.
armor for a little bit.
Yeah, my goal is to stealth up to the giant rat. If it seems like it's
Sneaky snitch.
getting aggressive or going to like try to take a swipe at me or anything like that, my goal is I want to try to spray or smash a bottle of perfume at it to completely throw its senses out of the whack.
Okay.
That's my goal.
Okay. You get across to here, where it's sniffing the air, getting close as you get closer and closer. Give me a stealth roll.
Yeah.
Basically, fails at peak parts.
Yeah, passed it.
You did pass.
Thank God for that reverse
Okay.
roll.
Good D&D.
You get to about that distance before its sniff turns to a low growl, and it starts taking a couple of steps towards you.
Okay.
Okay. Seems like it's getting angry and hefting the hammer, as if to either strike the bell or maybe squash somebody.
Oh.
So you take out the perfume and fling it in the air or whatever.
Yeah.
It recoils initially from the strong alternate smell.
I'm gonna try to pray.
Okay.
For the thing.
Okay.
Post in the chat for you. The third one. Yep. And I'm gonna attempt to pray for it.
Okay. Go for it.
Did he pray
And
today?
reroll.
Okay.
And I got it. Just based.
Okay.
I'm telling
Okay.
every time.
Your prayer is not answered.
Okay.
The chain does not seem to be blocked or not seem to be unlocked. You do feel Ronald listening,
Okay.
but he doesn't seem to be able to affect things here. Okay. The rat takes another step or two. It's momentarily distracted by the smell.
How complex does the lock look?
Pretty complex.
Pretty complex.
Yeah. It would take some time and stationary.
Okay.
It's going to be hard to pick when the thing's moving around.
Um,
The guards in the other room seem to be starting to pay attention and heading over towards the door to see what's going on.
okay. I'm gonna. So which way did the chain look like it goes to?
Chain leads out through this tunnel. It doesn't look like it restrains him as such.
Okay.
He's free to move around the room.
I want to try the self power. See what's over there.
Okay, so you're going to push forward?
I'm gonna push forward while it's dissensory and stuff like that. I have a second bottle if necessary of perfume.
Okay. You throw another bottle.
Well, I
and-
was talking about on the way out.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it only distracts it for a few seconds. So if you're going to opt to continue forward, it's going to start tracking you again and get more aggressive. So I'm going to assume you throw the other bottle if you're going to go that far.
That's fine.
Okay. So it heads over here as you stealth past it. Beyond, you see a hallway that leads down, and then another stairwell that leads up. The chain leads down this hallway and then snakes up the tunnel.
Okay, and you were talking about how the chain or whatever got shook
Yep.
and stuff.
Mhm.
So at the stairs, is there some way I can like create some type of tension or whatever, so then the vibration maybe won't go down the chain? anyway over here and stuff like that to.
There's nothing visible in the hallway, but if you have
Right.
something with you, I'm open to it.
Well, I do have a hand weapon. I got shields. I got daggers. I do have a giant grim dwarven magic warhammer thing.
Oh yeah, he has that.
Okay. So what would you like to do, or what can you envision doing?
Well, I'd probably use.
Think of it as like a metal rope that's going down the hallway. There's nothing to snag on per se in the hallway or on the stairs.
Is there any like rocks or
No.
like is this just a seamless wall?
It's a dwarven construction. There are seams, but they're well made and well constructed and in good condition. This hallway, this area, compared to most of the other place, seems to be devoid of any trash and debris. It's like this place is cared for, or cleaned up at least.
How big was like the vibration from the chain that I saw? Like, was it like the chain like visibly shook?
No,
or is
no,
it just a
it's
small
slid.
vibration?
Yeah, it slid.
Okay. So I guess my goal then is I want to get my backpack, and I'm gonna load it with all my junk, and I'm gonna try to like weigh it down.
Okay, just put
So-
some weight on it.
That would be the goal. Put some weight on it.
Okay. So mark off whatever you're going to leave in your backpack and what that total bulk is. We use that as a modifier if it becomes important.
Just slightly inconceivable.
Inconceivable.
Okay.
Currently my backpack.
Actually, went and saw that movie
So
again.
currently the backpack has carrying encumbrance of 8.
I saw that.
8 encumbrance plus the backpack itself, I believe, is like 4 or 2. Encumbrance of 2. So I'll just put that there. So it's
Just the backpack itself.
no, with the stuff inside.
Oh, okay. So everything in your backpack.
And then I'll put my storm lantern there, in it also.
Okay.
So for an even.
Are you keeping the hammer?
Oh yeah, I have the hammer.
Or
So
did somebody else have the hammer?
I have the hammer.
Okay.
We Matt specifically.
No, Matt did
Yeah.
not.
So
Matt did not want to die.
and then I'll also put my crowbar there and make it an even 10.
Okay.
But use the crowbar. I don't know how big the chain links are. That like attach it somewhat so it maybe. So it's more attached and weighing it down is my idea.
Okay.
Like with the handle straps.
You
and stuff
you could
like
put you could put the crowbar through one of the links. That's easy enough to do.
my overall goal is just like stop or limit the vibration
Right.
going
Try
downstairs.
try to avoid whatever signal or whatever is going down the chain.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's my goal, and I want to do that. And then I also still want to scout up the stairs, but I want to do that lower-ish
Okay.
on the stairs.
Okay. So meanwhile, back on the third floor. What are we doing down there?
Why?
There's been no sign of the Catman. He has disappeared amongst the place or abandoned you.
The bells rang twice. We should go.
Yes.
As I move up to that corner, I'm just peeking around.
Mhm.
Do I see any wood structure holding up this cannon, or is it all metal that I can see?
It is predominantly metal. There is wooden scaffolding, but it's more of platforms and workspaces around the place.
Not the actual structure
Correct.
holding the cannon at the end.
Correct. It appears to be, and the cannon itself, again, not being an engineer, not sure how it's constructed, but it appears to be a crude but functional mismatch of what appears to be random pieces of metal, bolted, welded, screwed, battered into place, and somehow the mechanism is functional. But given the immense size of this, yeah.
All right. Amazing idea.
I look at the dwarf and say, "Here's what we're
And
gonna
he
do.
asks,
We're gonna dangle a lantern off the edge of a rope.
Uh huh.
we're gonna have something sitting on that rope with something else burning the rope as like a timer. So when it burns through the rope, the lantern will drop and blow this place up. Gives us time to get away.
Okay.
All right.
Do any of us know how to do that?
Did I ask that? You're not there.
So we
Yeah,
knew.
it's right next to me.
Roads, and there you go.
So the cat guy had said that he was going up the stairs. He had let
He
it.
had headed down. He had left along the right-hand passage,
Right.
away from the cannon.
Right.
And he said he was scouting out.
Gotcha.
He was going to be back in a little bit. He has not
quite a
returned,
bit of
and it's
time.
been 10 minutes,
Yeah.
15 minutes.
He's an engineer, correctly?
We should be helping.
Not George.
No, it's academic.
We've already proved that any type of
Okay,
fight
that's
is not going to draw
academic.
too much
She's not,
attention.
not an engineer.
Right.
Yeah.
She has studied this place, but from an
How many
academic
of those
standpoint.
globes did you see?
She
What?
knows
How
of
many
it.
globes did you
Oh,
find?
which
I mean,
one?
given the number of rats
How many
here
do I have?
and the
How
current plan of the group to
There's two
blow
more
up this tunnel,
in the room.
she's all for that. She's not eager on the death part. But she doesn't know any more about this than any of you guys do. Now, if you have a way to secure the rope, and something to burn the rope,
I
like a good plan as any.
I was mainly wanting to know if she had like any specific like engineering skill that could help us like find weak points in where this cannon could be welded together, like to attempt
well,
to have
yeah,
a
I mean,
smaller blast with the same outcome.
She and the other dwarfs were forced to work on the cannon, so she has some familiarity with it.
He has the bombs.
To his
Yep.
knowledge, no, there really isn't any weak points per se. I mean, they had us reinforcing it. That thing's a tank. It's got to be at least as strong as those Empire steam tanks.
Okay, I was about to say
Well,
one
that's not a
tank.
good sign.
Not. I mean, definitely not dwarven make. But these Skaven,
That's you.
didn't shirk on the metal on this part.
How's that feel?
I mean, if you have bombs,
That's you.
The bombs walked away with the crazy
Yeah,
priest. Yeah, and the artifact. They all left with the artifact.
they did.
Yep.
Oh,
So we need to go check on the cat.
well,
Catman dude.
yes, you do.
We could.
I'm sneaking forward.
Sam and dude.
You're what?
Oh my
I'm
God,
sneaking.
Sean Connery.
Oh, down the hallway. Okay.
Can we use those globes to target people who are operating your tunnels?
Well, we can.
You can get up to here easy enough.
Okay.
Okay. Looking out,
Holy
there is, it's massive. You can see what looks like around the scaffolding and up above. Again, the floors here, the levels are maybe 50 or 60
you.
feet in distance. There is scaffolding built up around the cannon to that height and again another level. Okay. With a couple of dozen slaves working different things, doing who knows what on the mechanics. Okay. There's a dozen or more armored rats around the place, keeping guards, keeping the Skaven working.
Mm-hmm.
Although these don't seem to necessarily be needing a lot of coercion, they seem to be focused on their work. Okay, especially since the bell just chimed, all of them are very focused. They're not being punished per se because they're all doing their job,
All right.
despite
So
their exhaustion.
what is this thing I see to the right?
To the right is a tunnel opening
Mm-hmm.
that leads further into the mountain, from which you can see a fairly steady, bright green glow coming from. Okay, the cannon head angles upwards past a second level, and way up near the tip of it, you can see a platform on a separate peak
Yeah.
nearby that is just open air, like the top of a dwarven tower.
Okay.
Okay, and from here you can see figures up on top there.
Just don't have the telescope.
How heavy and bulky are these death globes?
They're about a pound, maybe the size of a baseball.
Do we have the guy with the sling start shooting?
They're too big for a sling.
Pound would be fucking heavy.
Yeah, that would be bad.
And do we start just raining these globes onto the workers?
I'm gonna try to sneak up underneath the front of the cannon.
Okay.
I want to get a better look at the So you got this round thing over here on the right that I see.
You can see, you can see that. That looks like a massive vat, so to say. It's a iron. Better description would be like a large pool, like an outdoor above ground pool.
Yeah.
Constructed out of a coppery iron ring filled with some sort of bubbling, boiling, greenish liquid that's letting off the bright green light. There are Skaven slaves pouring crates of glowing green emeralds into the pool. And there is large pipes wrapped around those pools, running along the ground haphazardly, going to the bottom of this cannon.
What are the pipes made of? Metal?
Metal. They're about 6 to 10 inches wide.
Okay. Is there an obvious way to get up to where the platform is with the
people?
the non-worker
No,
types,
the visible
the
one.
observers?
No,
or
it's
whatever they
it's
were?
on another peak. There's got to be some way inside the fort to reach it. There's no
Okay.
visible way. There is a second. There is another floor above this. This is effectively a floor above that.
Okay.
Okay, and it's relatively close to the front of the cannon. The cannon's so massive it stretches up effectively 3 floors
Right.
across this place.
Does this cannon look like it can move?
It has along the base a gigantic metal structure that looks like with great effort it might be able to shift. It doesn't roll and go anywhere, but they can adjust the angle
That's what I was wondering.
and potentially the angle of attack and so forth. None of that's being worked right now. It looks like whatever it's pointing at, it's already aligned.
Okay. I'll sneak back to the group.
Okay.
Did you get a look
Tell
at
us
the
that.
crystal?
I went to the stairs to try to assess the
Head down there.
riot that's going on. I want to
Oh,
see.
with that one? Okay. You can hear scattered fights in the distance. It does not seem to be currently getting any closer.
What's holding the end of the crystal at the end of the gun together? Is it like there's rope tied
There is
in?
a single large crystal mounted on a metal structure right in front of the cannon itself.
Following the direction of where he was headed.
Okay, you're gonna head down that tunnel.
Yep.
You find storage rooms that are filled with discarded supplies and boxes and crates and things that have been hauled into here, and the containers are no longer necessary, so they've been discarded. Nothing of particular value, and the places are otherwise empty.
Come on, guys.
Uh-huh.
We left.
I know.
Okay.
Now that I don't have any other influences.
This back area here, is it more just storage?
Hetry says, "Oh, they're heading on. Are we doing your plan?"
I think we need to. I don't think there's any way we're going to make any dent on this fortress.
Do you have a rope?
Skaven. I do.
Okay. She ties your lantern to it.
Okay.
Lowers it down to the far end. Says, "Where do you want to tie this part off?"
It's her. You seem to trust gunpowder. Or what?
No, I'm going to blow it up. It blew up in my face once before, so.
Why don't we just throw the lantern then?
Do you want to die?
Well, no, but you plan to do this. How long is the rope going to take before it burns through?
No idea.
Not
So
a good
you want to
plan.
die. Okay. So why don't we instead throw the lantern down when it's important?
Well, we'd have to know when it's important. We've already proven that we can't hear any battles. Those guys are wandering off. You're not going to know. If I go with them, you won't. Hell, go with them or not. We're not going to know if they live or die. They're obviously not going to have any influence on the game. Huh? Tell you what. When it bell tolls 1,
Uh-huh.
Go ahead and toss the lantern in.
So you want me to stay here and blow up the tunnel?
Mm-hmm. Unless you want to go follow them, and I'll stay here and blow it all up.
I don't really care for either plan.
Your
but
description was it went up, right?
What, the tunnel?
The tunnel continued to go up, right? The
Oh, yeah.
barrels and
Yeah,
stuff?
yeah. I mean, the barrels don't go much higher.
Right.
It's already pretty tall.
Yeah.
But yeah, the storage area goes another floor.
Does it seem like I could actually, if I look up, could I reach the roof of this place with my lantern, like smash into the roof?
No. So she's hesitantly willing to stay here and will drop the lantern if there's some sort of signal.
There's not going to be a signal from us.
Okay. Then, I mean, how would she know when to drop the
Volatile
lantern?
one.
Okay. Well, that would be the signal then.
Okay. Well, there you go.
You have armor and a sword and shield, correct?
Not a shield.
Okay.
Just a
This is
sword.
me basing the assumption that when it tells one, it's going to go off. I don't want it to go off.
Why don't you have a shield?
Okay.
So
Because he lost everything he got.
Yeah.
I tell her, you may want to sit at the end of this tunnel and watch the cannon, watch the base of the cannon, see what activity happens. If
Okay.
it tells one and there's a bright glow like it's going to fire,
Okay.
blow the place up.
Okay.
Regardless.
So you're leaving the bombs in her hand with a lit lantern.
Yep.
Okay. So
What?
she says
Oh.
she'll do what she can. Hopefully it won't come to that.
I would love randomly tonight. It's like, and the game's over.
Yeah.
You
That's
all
probably
die in a
gonna
horrible
happen.
explosion.
That's probably what's gonna
The
happen.
rat ogre smashes your armor. There's a loud ringing sound.
Boom!
And the game's over.
I think the rat's coming.
Okay,
to serve
new characters,
one.
everybody.
Before we
Okay.
get to that.
So, the four of you heading up the tunnel. Matt's a short distance behind you. George is somewhere in the complex.
You have armor, correct, Ben?
A little bit.
Then you take
Okay.
I'm already in.
You guys come into the next room. Basically, same thing. More discards and so forth. Seems a little bit fresher. There's a second room off to the side that doesn't have much of value. Up ahead, the room opens up into a large chamber, and you can see 4 of these vats or pools with a couple of dozen slaves, all pouring these gems into the pools, being guarded by a dozen or so guards. Okay. The far area, all the way on the other side, there is a staircase that leads up past the room. But it's almost a certainty that you'd be spotted if you go across it, unless you have some means otherwise.
Yeah, you take point with Andy. Andy's character.
So you guys take a look at the map. You can see where George's character is technically where he went up the
Wait.
stairs, but
What?
everything else is effectively
He's
an exit out of the place. You're free, since you're staying hidden in the hallway, you're free to move out slightly so you can get a better view of the place. That I don't have a problem with that. But I'll come back to you guys shortly after I sort out what George is going to do up above,
Okay.
and so forth.
I'm just going to
I do want to.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
also
also
Okay.
thought about it for a couple seconds.
Go there.
So I still want to do this stuff for the back.
Okay.
That's all fine.
Okay.
Then I want to go up a little bit up the stairs, just slightly. If I can tell
Yeah,
about where the halfway point of the stairs is, probably around there.
Okay.
And then I want to put on the chain my heavy winter coat because I was the one person that did not abandon such.
I have mine.
And I want to test. I want to see if I can break the chain with this magic warhammer.
Okay.
And use the cloak to like dampen the sound somewhat.
Okay.
And hopefully the vibrations with the backpack won't go to the beast and dong the bell and then.
We're all dead.
And the game is over. I made that plan before you guys decided that off. So
my plan too. Completely. I don't know that he's doing set up that plan, and that.
None of us. None
I
of
got a
us
whole
do.
other plan with the bell.
None of us do.
We're gonna die 4 times over.
None of us knew they did that.
Every one of us has a way of destroying all of us.
Yeah.
Not me.
I made that plan before Matt came
Yep.
up with that signal and stuff like that.
Okay, so you head up the stairs. There is the smell of fresh air and cold wind getting notably stronger as you go up. seems to open up into the air. You go up maybe 20 or 30 feet, based on what you know of the previous levels and so forth. You think you're at a good position. You take out your winter coat, you wrap up the chain, and then you strike it with the hammer. Give me
If you're looking for a
a...
skill check, that's a man no.
I'm not looking for a skill check. I'm looking for a strength check.
Got it.
And I have a success number that you're going to need.
You do it.
You carefully heft the hammer with great effort above your head and drop it on the chain.
Do I get my bonus for when strength test when lifting? Do I get that bonus?
No.
Hit that chain right now.
Not really lifting in this
I
case.
gotta lift the hammer up.
I'm trusting you can lift the hammer. It's a matter of whether you can effectively swing it and so forth.
Holy
Okay.
crap!
I passed.
Wow!
Okay. So
Right now.
you smash the chain.
God's in his favor.
It is damaged but not broken. The links are a bit jammed and smashed in that area.
My goal is to try to break it until I hear sounds from up or down. I don't know how much sound this is making, but that's my goal.
It seemed pretty muffled. It didn't go very far. And the place doesn't blow up, so it didn't seem to alert the rat ogre. The game's not over yet.
But I can't.
I'm still on this plane of existence.
You are.
I look you guys and say, okay, I've got it all figured out.
No, George, let's go.
Okay.
Covered.
So I'll use that as a representation as I go back to the group.
However long it takes. That's my goal.
Okay.
Before we do,
Boom!
He said
before
there
we do any of this, last fight didn't prove we knew what we were doing, so we should figure out some way of some strategy for our fight.
Okay.
I did fine.
So you guys are pondering when Tolman first catches up, and then I believe everybody, all five of you are here now, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So all of you have caught up. You guys all come running to the end of the hallway and say, "Oh, you came in that thing? Braver than I thought." What do you do?
We don't need two ranged characters. That's the point.
Where
Especially not
are
one that
the-
can't use his weapon.
Are the 12-ish guards, are they all
They're scattered around the room.
scattered around the room?
Okay. So am I gathering that you're thinking attack?
That's funny.
I am.
Okay.
Although,
If so, you
Isn't
guys
it
debate
they're
plans.
fine?
I'll start placing figures on the board. I generally don't do that because
Oh,
it slows everything
right.
down. But if that's your one of your possibilities,
Yes.
that's fine.
I am suggesting you three take
No, it's
point.
35.
I will stay
Correct,
behind it, do
35.
the best
Oh,
damage
wow.
I can.
Jesus.
And he uses his diminutive strategy.
And that's only
to
because
take out
I use the
guys.
hit weapon.
My idea is to step out first
24.
and
Currently?
I'll leave my backpack here for you guys. But I'm gonna carry one of these out there behind my shield and try to draw as many to me as possible, and then bomb them with this burning shit.
I will only end well for you.
You are not Arab. You do not have to do that.
It is, I'm not throwing it on myself. I'm throwing it at them, but getting
For
it
you!
close. Yes. Just intimidation is my face makes up.
He's
Just
scared.
straight up with a covenant.
I'm expensive.
Well, 19.
It's not the use I was intending it.
Okay, so you get
It
you both have
worked.
more than
It
double
did.
what I have.
Okay, how far is it to the point we have to get to?
You can see on the board.
What are we trying to? What's the point of us being in here?
Me neither.
So the ones around the vats are slaves?
I think
Yeah.
Boris is dead.
You're not wrong. We can
mean,
use their
I
same
haven't seen him in like
tactics
20
against us.
minutes.
Choke point at
If
least.
I leave those other my backpack over
Pretty
here
good
with the
assumption.
other ones for you and
Question is
you
he dead,
guys.
like invisible?
Can I
Just
get
dead
as
on
many
the ground
wounds as
somewhere?
I'm not worried about the slaves.
He'll never be found.
He fell down a 10-foot flight of stairs.
Yeah,
He's
just
bleeding to death.
yeah,
One point
me.
around, just waiting for you
Yeah,
to
that's
save
the-
him.
Yeah,
Okay.
from a compound fracture.
So is this
Alternatively, we could bait them into
open
this
like it-
hallway and then nuke them
drops
down the
off?
hallway.
I'm sorry.
It's all
Dig again.
north?
What's the
Yes.
point?
That drops off?
Yeah.
Same with over here
Yes.
and
I
here?
thought you guys
Yes.
walking in here were slaves.
Storm vermin.
Okay, so that
No,
just
no,
drops
all-
off
the
the
ones
cliff.
around the vats are all slaves.
Okay.
The other ones that aren't.
Yeah, I see 4 stars.
I honestly have no clue. What the
There
hell
are a
we're
lot
gonna
more
do.
than 4.
Not at all.
It's just,
Like I said, You are free to move
Mhm.
out of the hallway so you get a better view and sense because you can
We don't have
stealthily
any
look around. They're not paying attention to the hallway.
How about a dozen Stormvermin?
So you can look around, etc. You can't, story-wise, suddenly say, okay, I'm going to move around to the stairs, because you can't easily get across the room.
But we can see.
You can see around. You can see the stairs. You can see the rats. This is their general location.
I'm gonna super. Can I use my supernumerate and just quickly do a run through of how many there are?
Sure.
We don't have to
the-
count anybody.
I don't know how many. About
That's
30
what I was
seconds.
hoping to come here and get.
I can count how
Yeah,
many
it's
there
not-
are. I was
I think
explaining there's a reason I'm
There's a
counting
lot.
that's-
All of the slaves seem unarmed, unarmored,
Okay.
weak for food. They seem similar to the ones you saw at the cannon. They seem focused on the work and motivated to get things done, not resisting and trying to go slow. If that makes sense. Okay. The armed Skaven are agitated, worked up, and alert. Okay. But they're focused on the slaves and their work, not this hallway over here where they're not expecting anything.
Where's the slaves coming from?
When you
They're
start
not.
chucking
They're
those bombs out
positioned
there,
on the
making
thing.
a
They're
cloud
loading
cover for us to get
crates of
past.
stuff
Right.
into the water,
Size.
into the
Well,
liquid.
there'll be a few we have to deal with. But hopefully-
Okay, are they dressed in the robes that I'm still wearing?
Is this a big hole in the middle?
The scraps, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I
I
don't
think
know.
it's a big rock.
Is that a big hole in the middle of the room?
Yeah,
That's where they were dropping bodies down to the lower level.
quite possibly.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey, you can get your gear.
Okay.
Good. You can get your gear back real quick.
Here and here can make it to where we can make a choke point.
How many do we
So the
have? Four, right?
slaves
Hmm?
are they?
Four.
They're working around the vats, but are they generally shifting around and grabbing crates? and all that?
Yeah. They're moving. They're not stationary, but they're working around the thing, working as quickly as they can for whatever their goal is.
Okay.
We need to start killing all those off.
Can we distract them? Can we distract the guards?
Yeah,
You
I'll
said-
distract you.
You said
So-
there's 2 more orbs
We throw.
I have 4.
What's to the right?
for the
we
two
throw
more in
These
the room.
two
Think I-
openings.
There's 2 more down
That's
there.
like nothing
How
but
about this?
openness next.
We throw
To the
two of
right,
orbs.
those two
Yeah.
lead out of the
And
zone.
they'll spread.
You can see darkness
How about
and
the
nighttime.
left? How about to the left? That
Did you grab the
little
other
pocket
option?
right there. And
That leads
little
into
hallway.
those lead into hallways or other side rooms. You're not sure what's down
How
there.
about this?
Oh,
We throw two of the orbs over at these two vats. Get these Skaven slaves panicked because their skin's suddenly melting. And
Strange.
now
I'll
distract some of the
program
guards.
a slot in my
I'm
character
gonna
so I
start
can like
I'm
step on the
making a
ground
path
somewhere.
for us to get.
And it's not calculated.
Yeah, because
We don't
we
necessarily
can't
have to
stealth
be-
I'm
past
not
all
encumbered.
these.
It's the main vent.
So I'm going to
They
make
drop
it
their backpack.
difficult for the rest of them
Yeah.
to reach us.
I moved to here, grab the last 2 orbs.
Let's
Okay.
try and save
Go get
one.
the other one orb. There's only one there.
Okay, I grabbed
And how do you propose we do that?
one who got that
So
one.
with my shield
Andy was
Have-
holding one,
and have 3 in the
and
back.
he had loaded 3 in his backpack.
Oh, there was only 5.
Yeah.
When I have my arm in my shield,
Mhm.
can I hold the backpack at the same time?
I can do that.
What type of shield is it, better said?
It's a large shield.
No, you can absolutely not.
Okay, but the large shield can be on my back. That's
Sure, you can
Okay.
stow your shield.
Yep.
Have your arm.
I can help you with that.
Nothing happened.
I
I
will-
moved all the way there and all the way back.
I'll stow my shield for now.
I was waiting for you to start
Way
combat
back.
while I was way back in the other room. Like,
Hetry's Hetry's
Why
looking
don't
for
we try and
looking for
save
the
one
secret
so
door.
if we
Is it
can
time?
Get to the stairwell, we can see.
Nope, not yet.
Behind it.
But they're really
Too
agitated,
late.
so I think the bell's going to happen any second.
Okay.
We're about to get into a massive battle. Do you want to go? You want to join, or you want to stay here? We're going to die either way. It's going to be glorious.
I think I'll wait.
Hey, I'm like visibly excited.
He's from.
So I stow my shield.
This is awesome.
I take the.
Now, if it matters, these armed and armored Skaven are the ones with the halberds.
Yep.
Just for the extra fun of that.
I just got re-armored.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how you get
I'm
unarmed
gonna,
again.
from the
It's just
I like that.
I'm gonna examine the
Yeah.
the vats.
Okay.
Is there a side panel or anything like that that we can see that has like a latch to open them or
No. From everything you can see, it's a solid
Okay.
donut. I
How-
would
We
say
need to.
of iron-like metal that surrounds the whole thing and filled to about a 5 or 6
To the
foot
left
depth
of
of
You're
liquid.
not gonna
Wait,
go around,
okay,
right?
so the actual vats
I know
are
what
like
you're
only
saying.
like
There's more
8
right?
feet,
Go around
7 feet
And then
high.
the piping,
seal off all these guys.
the piping
Wraps
all
around it several
Right, right.
times
Mhm.
and then runs and snakes down into the western passage through the tunnel.
Where's
Fire.
the origin for
in
the
that area.
pipe?
We saw it this way. We
Like, is there an
Kind of least
intake
resistance.
pipe and then
No,
an outflow pipe?
no.
So the pipes originate at these vats and then snake off towards the cannon.
From where you're at, looking at, there doesn't seem to be any connection. It's like a
Yeah.
tube
Horrified.
just wrapped multiple times around the.
Each-
Yeah, I get it, like a fridge coil or
Right.
an
Yes.
electromagnetic coil type thing. I get it.
Each one of us, except for the weak one, take an orb. Let's get ready to toss him.
Now, those orbs, they're also explosive.
So
Can we... If orbs are filled with the same material that's in those vats,
Maybe.
can we explode the vats?
Maybe. Well, I don't think they didn't really explode when they hit before.
well, they're
That-
being awful careful.
That's
though.
because we detonated them
Yeah.
once they were... they were sparking on the ground.
Well,
We just didn't...
Doing a great job of
The
waiting
chem...
on
the chem...
I feel like this is going to be an epic death.
The power...
Okay. You want
I
one of
hate
these?
that I'm dying with you.
Somewhere
Alright.
in the castle, you hear somebody beating on a chain.
I give one to Stone Boy.
Chain
You've already- you've already got
up
one.
6 inches
I
that time.
can't. I probably can't throw it that far.
Yeah, you can.
I can't.
You
You're a
have
strong
an arm.
man.
I
I'm
do
gonna tell
not.
you.
I do.
Do you want a second one, then?
You are a ballistic skill guy, so you can throw it further than the rest of us.
It's
Yeah.
probably not strength
for you.
based.
It's
All
not
these
straight.
morons.
You are strong. Compared to him,
What
you
is
double his strength.
Yes, that's fair, but that's
He's the
half.
only other choice
Who
we
wants,
have.
who wants the other one?
Fine.
Okay, I give one to Ben, one him. He's got one.
I say you got 5 people, 5 orbs. Everybody takes one. When you get surrounded, just smash it.
I've got 2 orbs, so I can smash them together.
I'm sure you can take out 20 of them that way.
So,
Definitely.
alrighty. So,
Hold on, guys. Give me 2 minutes.
He took my idea away from me. Right out, gets run, smash.
While the only one left is the priest of Renal, just feebly trying to break a metal chain.
I'm back at somebody. Back at me.
You passed the default check.
Yes.
Absolutely.
If we have the ability to go invisible,
Oh yeah,
we would all be there too.
Okay.
yeah.
Give me a charm or stealth check. Your choice.
Okay.
I feel like
The intent is to kind of get in the proximal area and then just kind of stand up and act like I'm supposed to be there. And,
Yeah, I assume you're trying to blend in and pretend to be a slave.
yep.
Just announce it.
Sneaky halfling.
Charm or stealth.
Yeah, your choice.
I mean, it kind of makes sense.
Could you also do entertain?
Performance?
Not entertained.
Well, it's like an acting type thing. Potentially.
I'm fine with perform too if that's what you want to try.
I don't know if he has any skill in it.
I
Or
doubt it.
I was thinking about trying to stealth across as a rat because I'm dressed like one.
Right,
And put my hood up.
Yeah, well, that covered that also. He's still wearing their rags from earlier.
I'm wearing all the armor.
Me too.
Hey, go back and cut one of their heads off.
Oh, fuck. I'm going to reroll that.
Okay.
You're not going to go that far?
No.
I would. Admit surviving on lists. That'd be cool.
Humanity.
So you head out to the nearest one, over here,
Mhm.
and you get over there. The Skaven slaves seem to be too focused on their work; they don't pay attention to you. The other guards don't really pay much attention to you at this point either. What exactly are you trying to do?
I
The
just
rest
wanna-
of you are suddenly shocked to see the halfling halfway to the vat before you even realize he was out there, because he escaped your notice.
I'm literally gonna watch the closest slave for a second and like he's running through grabbing green rocks.
Yeah, they have a crate next to him, and he has rocks, maybe the size of a bowling ball or so,
Wow.
that he hefts up in one hand and then drops with a splash into the pool.
I thought you said they were being careful with these things.
No, definitely not being careful with this.
That's what he told him.
That's what you said. But
Said they're being
Then
careful.
the bell chimed twice.
Yeah.
Chimed two.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay.
they got more
So-
confident.
And it's just crates of nothing but these rocks.
Yes.
That's how they're careful.
The metal itself,
See when they're not being
like I said, seems to be made out of iron. It's heavily pitted and scarred from either corrosion or something like that, where the liquid has splashed out and dripped down the sides and so forth. It smells like sewage.
Yeah. Everything here does, probably.
More notably
Yeah,
here,
fair enough.
it smells very similar to the cloud from the previous room.
Okay, I want to take a second to examine like the pipes and all that. I'm looking for a weak point while I'm
Yeah, this
doing
is taking
and-
too long.
Okay.
It's been like 30 seconds, Dick.
Yeah, they have.
Okay.
And while I'll grab one and be like,
Calm down.
A rock.
yeah,
That's why I have to separate from the
Okay.
I gotta try to blend in.
Okay. Okay. You grab a rock.
they don't have a
You
map
feel a
or a
faint
backpack
tingling
or anything
sensation on your hand as you lift it and roll it over the edge. It could be a endurance test.
Too slow.
Corrupted halfling.
Oh yeah, pure
Pirates of the Caribbean.
and resistance.
I have resistance with chaos, yeah.
How much resistance do you have?
Wonderful.
Yeah, we're
Not enough to make up for a 4 point.
Okay. So
Oh,
add
yeah.
a point of corruption.
Fuck. That's the newer
You
movie.
toss it in. It lands with a splash.
I don't know where that is.
The pipes
Main
around it seem to
Was
be
it main page?
Okay, thank you.
seem to be rigid, but only due to their size. Okay, it looks like they are literally wrapped around it, like you said, coils or something like that, and trying to budge them. They don't budge with your strength.
Yeah,
Okay, it's like they're solid metal.
but they're not metal.
They are metal.
And
They're-
the
they're-
coils are.
Yeah, the coils are wrapped around it. They look like they're solid tubes of something that feels like it's solid metal.
Then check pure soul.
No, pure soul.
He has chaos resistance.
I have chaos resistance.
He long ago gave up his pure soul.
Oh,
Stabalicious.
I'll pull out a regular dagger.
Okay.
Regular dagger.
Okay.
Yeah, we
And I'm
don't
gonna
Jab it into it.
try
Okay.
to see if I can jam
It sinks through the outer shell relatively easily. A lot easier than you would have thought for metal. You realize the outside is more of just an encrusted casing of some sort. Inside, it's filled with thick bundles of additional metal tubes and cables.
I'm just gonna start
It,
fucking with it.
it goes in a couple of inches. You're not able to affect them with just a normal knife.
Okay.
Yeah, your knife is. I mean, it's getting to the point where it's going to bend or break at this point before you do any real damage to it.
Plus 10, it's the most powerful magic item the group has had.
No, the Warhammer was just
Super rain axe was stronger.
Plus 10 magic.
This hammer can break a chain.
Daggers plus 10 magic and it's
Sometime.
Like 10 pistols with way strong.
Life.
And plus 5.
All based on story time at this stage.
Yes. The plus 10 and life carrying is pretty nice.
I look at the group and I'm like, I pull out the dagger and I try to shove it in there as well.
Okay. Meets similar resistance.
All right. Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Where are you going? You going to the right or left? You going
I look for the
straight?
nearest slave.
I'm gonna try to drop mine between the two.
There's
vats
one
to the
nearby.
right.
If you want to stab one.
You said you're gonna put yours.
It would
over
draw
there to the
attention.
left, near the crevice. Okay.
I will.
So I'm gonna put
Sneak
mine
over
between
to
the
it.
two vats to the right, so we at least have a path going between the two other vats to get over to the other stairway.
Okay.
Where's
you,
the stairway?
you move over to
Pretty
this
crushed.
one.
I wonder what the hell
You're
this
gonna,
is.
you're gonna get him.
We don't know where he went. Do we know where he went?
No, but we're
No,
trying to go
no.
up because that's where the
Man,
I mean,
we were looking
what's the
at
knife
goes
telling
up
me
towards
here?
the top to the crystal.
Well, yes, obviously. You can predict that,
we're probably better off drawing all this crap.
but you
to
have free will.
Just
You
bring
are
them
free to do
forward,
what you wish.
Bring them here.
If
Yeah.
you want to give in to the knife,
we
he
fall
would
back and start
appreciate
chucking
it.
the bombs into
He
it.
would appreciate it.
Don't have a shield now.
I've already got fucking 4 corruption, man. I can't.
If this falls,
I'm gonna try to resist it and put it back in the.
Okay. You
We've
put the
seen-
knife
we've
knife
seen
away
it
and then
ignite.
return to the group.
Yeah, I'm gonna step
Can you
behind
grab that
the,
land?
the armor line. I tried. I can't think of anything else to do.
No.
Okay.
That's my problem. I don't have a
gave that
freaking
to
clue.
Forrest
The
Gump.
Didn't it
whispers are
work, though?
disappointed.
Didn't it detonate when it had
I
the stuff in
probably
it?
Did what, didn't it?
Didn't it light when it had the stuff in it?
It did.
Slight.
Then this stuff is explosive.
It needed the air. It needed the
Ignitable.
dispersed. It's ignitable. Yes.
Then we have these globes.
Explosive.
That's not.
All right,
It's,
see-
it's still liquid form out there. That stuff's not going to explode.
So there's nothing in the
It
tubes.
might light though.
I mean, Matt's sure. My character.
It might light.
It's like none of you are engineers. If only we had an engineer in the group.
Yeah,
I'm gonna stride out.
getting his own life. I mean,
Let's see how
You're
far.
thinking, yes, glorious death.
How far? Yep. I'm gonna stride
So you're
right
just
out
gonna
to
walk
here.
straight out.
Straight out, just nonchalant.
Detail.
See if any of them even notice me walking out.
Okay. Everybody else just waiting at the door.
No.
oh no.
No.
Okay.
Moving right next to Ozzy. My sword at my side.
Okay.
Oh my God! Look at all these places I didn't see before.
Yeah.
Bad plan. Bad plan.
And you have to restart.
And you're staying in the hallway, then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or about.
So you get back. You explain what you did at least. They're all debating, saying, "Okay, enough of this," and the three of them just walk out into the room. Okay. You guys get to about there when the Skaven right next to you looks up, seems like completely flabbergasted and surprised that you're just walking out there, and
Dumb plan's a good plan.
then screeches out an alarm. Okay. So
Definitely not what I wanted us to do, but I feel like everybody embraced death.
Yep.
So it's
Hey,
I was willing
52.
to drop and blow the whole mountain up. So
Do we get surprise?
Do we need
A
a roll?
surprise round?
give me your initiative roll.
Oh, yeah.
We did not sneak out.
No, but it's still surprising that these random humans walked out and just decided to walk out. In the
We will
middle.
find out.
Okay.
that's like the best initiative roll I've ever gotten.
So,
That's 52.
looking on the list, Heinrich, as you guys
Am I
walk
first?
out, you are first for the group. What would you like to do?
Seriously?
Yes.
Wow.
Man, I didn't get prompt.
You
It's
did
almost
not
like
get
you're
prompt.
bumping initiative.
You are not in this fight currently.
I've not been.
You have
Um,
your own life and death struggle
yes.
going on against that chain.
I will toss.
Working.
I will
As
throw.
your endurance rapidly fades as the hammer gets lower and lower each time.
I will throw
Average.
the orb.
You do.
I will throw the orb that I have over here
Over there.
between
Okay.
two cauldrons.
So I need to. What
about
is
here.
the range?
I don't.
There, it's about 20 yards.
I don't know if I can throw that far.
You can throw it that far. The question is how accurately you can throw it. Okay.
It's Oswald and
Give me a. I believe a basic throw is. So I believe it's 10 yards.
It's based off your strength bonus in yards.
Okay, what's your strength bonus?
3. So 3 yards.
Yeah, it's remarkably short.
That's why I was saying I could not throw.
I always had that issue with grenades. You have to be like,
so gay.
I mean, I'll double check it, but just to make sure. But
I can throw a baseball first.
I'm
Baseballs
fine.
and a grenade are two very different things.
They're about the same. These are about the same weight though.
they're only a pound. He said.
A baseball is a lot lighter than a pound, I think.
Yeah, but a grenade is
No.
9 pounds. I think it is, right?
now again, you can keep throwing it farther. That's just the
it depends
regular
on the
range.
range.
Yeah, the regular.
Depends on
You-
So
They're
that's
heavy as hell. I mean,
I,
so,
I know it's something like maybe.
Gotcha.
What is it? They're heavy as hell.
I
yeah,
know.
I'm fine with strength times 10 as a maximum
I've
range.
used them.
It's
Strength
a 30.
bonus times 10. Yeah, 30 yards is not unreasonable. That's about
Yeah.
100 feet.
Okay.
Okay. Not super accurate.
That's
at that
maximum
point.
yards.
Maximum.
Right.
Okay. That's not super accurate, but that's where you're trying to throw it. So
Okay.
go ahead and give me a ballista skill plus any thrown skill bonus you have.
None. So minus 20.
yeah, per throw mechanics,
good.
it's strength bonus yards.
I think thrown is an every med.
No.
Wow, that's
It's
a
a
lot
specialty
heavier than
skill.
Is it?
Yeah, it is.
A lot heavier than that.
Range
Right.
throwing is a
Yeah.
special.
Yeah,
It's not even a pound.
Dude, I remember
It's very
using it.
rare.
Okay.
So
You're still not throwing them super far,
So- there you go. Nope.
Okay.
but throwing them
85.
30, 40 feet isn't a big deal.
Oh, we threw them a lot further than that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's
We will say.
the only time I threw one,
So
I
you
was laying
throw
prone.
one.
in a
Uh-huh.
trench in basic training,
table.
and it was a fake
I'm
grenade.
aware of
They had weight and everything, but Air Force doesn't
Okay.
trust people with
Your
grenades.
bomb lands over here with a loud crack, and a billowing cloud pours out.
Little sport slave.
Oswald.
Sorry. Oh wait, you're at. Never mind.
So I will
Squeak,
do-
squeak.
So we can only throw one per.
You can make an attack or a move.
Okay. So I will attempt to throw my let's see. My
Your
grenade.
shield.
That's when they pull up their own.
Man, 30 yards is pretty far.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Well, your strength.
Oh, I know. I can throw 50 some yards if I do well.
Yeah, you're.
So
Well, you can throw it anyways.
Dangerous
Yeah.
You're just not accurate to
Where
where you're
it's going.
throwing it.
Do we want to try to go straight in the middle?
Now, if you can get it all the way over here, you hit George.
Sweet. Let's rock and roll.
we do not.
I'm going to attempt to throw it there.
Okay.
Okay, so
And
okay.
so first just a
Nice
ballistic
idea.
skill throw, right?
Ballistic skill. If you have throw skill, yes. Otherwise, it's ballistic minus 20.
No way.
George is just watching this.
Well,
Okay.
let's
So,
so I have a reroll here, so
oh, you're gonna take a reroll?
yeah.
Right click.
Okay.
So I'm
You
going
won versus Tolman.
Yeah, I was looking at that going, did you throw that at me?
minus.
No, that was posing the heal test.
So resolve. Pick a number.
A resilient.
Resilience. is picking
Resilience. I can't have a resolve if I don't have a resilience left.
You
Yeah.
could.
Oh,
You could, depending
you
on
just
when the
haven't-
red refresh, the last
Gotcha.
refresh was.
okay.
Hey!
Yeah, I'll take that. That was with the
do
minus
you have
20.
a 51 ballistic skill?
Yes.
Okay, so what is the extreme range penalty or long range penalties?
Is that long range?
Long range
Yeah,
penalty.
the
In
range
your
is
case, because you have a 50 yard.
56. I got
minus
56,
10.
yeah.
Minus
10
10?
for long
Okay,
range. Double
fine.
the range. Triple the range is minus 30.
So you throw 150 yards.
Okay, another bomb explodes
Joe
there.
Montana. It's fucking ridiculous.
Jarman.
Interesting. We're missing the point here.
Points at the end of the sword.
Mm-hmm.
Ha, ha, ha.
I think.
Next,
Good one,
next
sir.
card. A good dog. You just need to call him the point.
No, that's just put one up right there.
My token got copy and paste to a different map.
Right.
That's just the
Maybe just there so George can see things.
Oh, okay.
I
No,
just
you're not swapped the map from it.
you can swap back, I think.
All right.
He's got a bunch.
At least then you can see, because it'll be a little
Bunch of
bit.
what?
Okay,
You
so
should
by
have
the way, I
enough.
don't have access
You should
to
have
the map
enough.
now.
Nope.
Okay,
And
swap.
I already
Okay,
threw
I'll
one,
move
But
it.
it doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
you should have none.
Until something comes up.
I should have one.
Theater of the mind.
Yeah.
I thought you were already thrown this.
No.
One.
In
It's a little bit more involved if
okay.
you're actually.
had
able
one.
to pay
That
attention.
explains the missing orb.
Did it,
I'm
reload,
looking at maps.
did it reload for you?
Oh, yeah.
2, 1, 1, 1.
You know what? Screw it.
I mean, I
Because
don't
people
see
did.
the
You did
second
what I
map you brought to me.
was
so I
hoping to
don't- I
do.
don't
You
recognize
did not.
it.
Yeah,
You threw me off.
Why? That's
With
the
your chuck.
perfect path.
Uh huh.
Going this way.
It is not.
Don't you see the goodness?
No,
It's smooth.
not at all.
All you need to do is jump this hole.
So I'm going to try to hit.
Just drop one down the hole. Just listen to the screams.
What I called fleets
You gonna throw
too.
one there?
Yep.
Okay, how far is that for
Okay.
you?
Reserves.
16 yards.
18 yards?
Beautiful
18 yards. Yeah.
Okay.
18 yards.
And what's your strength?
Scream
50 something.
Okay, so you got 50 yards, so it's a long range for you then.
It's half the. No, less than half. All right. So now I have to find my character and do a ballistic skill check.
Minus 20. Or minus 30, technically, because of range.
So how do you do a ballistic skill check?
Just click the number.
The BS.
I'll click the BS.
Where it says current.
In the bottom one, yeah.
Oh, I do not have a good ballistic skill.
Make sure you turn off the defensive.
So we should have given one to him.
You're
because he had the
probably
right
imposing a
skill.
menace.
It's a defensive throw.
Mm-hmm.
It has a terrible strength.
That doesn't matter.
It does,
Doesn't
because
really
that
matter.
determines his range.
Keeping that?
If he has a 10 strength.
What is your strength?
My actual skill is only a 12 right now, by the way.
Okay.
So that would be a -3 SL.
Mhm.
That'll probably drop it straight down the pit. Yeah, I'm keeping it.
Out of the cornfield.
Randomization. Perfect.
All right.
Okay. Coleman,
Oh, man.
you're a couple cracks of some sort of crystal,
Yep.
followed by explosions.
Were these all the surprise round, effectively, or
Yeah.
something like that?
Yeah.
Oh, man, we did get surprise round. Yay.
Homeboy's gonna catch a rock. I am thinking
I'll do it.
I'm gonna do a lead bullet. Since he's close enough that I think I still get the
So
bonus.
what you should do is call a shot and hit the orb that's in Andy's hand.
Yeah. And then slowly stroll out whistling.
That's where he pulls off his mask and it's just a Skaven.
I've been escaping the whole time.
Why won't he take off that plague doctor's mask?
Okay, I'm gonna do an aim shot on this guy.
Okay, go for his head.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So, how much is the penalty for the aim shot?
It's 20 for the aim shot, but you have 20 for surprise and -10 for cover.
Okay, so that balanced out -10.
Yeah, net -10.
Oh.
It's a
7.
good shot.
Well done.
For 2.
To the head.
Yeah.
Headshot.
Okay.
Heck,
And mine apparently reset. Having challenges
Oh,
tonight.
yeah, they're up, aren't they?
And you didn't? Did you target it?
Yeah, I targeted it.
Did
It
you
just
use ballistic skill or did you use your weapon?
I used my combat thing on the combat tab. I used the weapon.
Did you target?
What?
Did you target him?
Yeah.
Okay.
God damn it.
So what you can do is you can target.
Yes.
Assuming it's still
It
target,
fell out,
right?
nobody
Fucking
knew.
roll.
It's just like, oh.
Okay, right
You
click
just
on my
wing
roll.
this like
And
That would have been a great shot.
Accidentally mixed up with one bomb.
Goliath, son. What?
For some reason, it doesn't
So,
look like you
all of
targeted
these
the
are-
creature.
It literally was targeted. It had the fucking crosshair on it. So
So Pummel is useless. for
pummel, sling, opposed.
you. Opposed strength.
Okay, so I mean, you do 14 points of damage to his head
mhm.
because you had a called shot, and him takes 11, which is going to be enough to take him out.
That's the first one.
Legal character.
Oh, he killed that one?
7 more to
Yep, that
go.
one goes down.
Remember
Okay, that is Coleman, which leaves Volker.
I'm gonna attempt to throw it here.
That's me right now.
I don't know where here is.
I just get
Hang it on that.
There. Oh my god.
Can you not?
No, I'm not seeing where you're pinging.
Off to the right-hand side. next to
Right-hand
the
side.
Second vat.
Movie was.
Second vat away from us.
That's right.
Yes.
I get
my favorite.
between the van and the wall.
Like here?
Right
Yeah,
underneath.
right there. Exactly
Okay.
right there.
Right underneath.
This is good for it.
Okay, how far is that for you?
34.
Okay, what's your strength bonus?
5.
Okay, so that's going to be in the extreme range.
I understand I fucked you guys over,
So
but
what?
It's going to be in the extreme range. So
What's
whatever your
that?
ballistic skill
What
minus
was
20 is, minus the extreme range.
What's extreme range?
Mass 30.
It's impossible for me to hit.
No, it's
Hey,
not.
Again, you still throw it.
I know.
Yeah, it's a grenade.
Dude, I had a
somewhere.
2% chance to hit my target.
I have a -30.
That's okay.
It'll
Who
go
cares?
somewhere.
Yeah, it goes somewhere.
as long as it doesn't go at your feet.
Actually, what's long range minus
And I
1?
rolled an I-10.
See? Perfect. It goes back and hits
You
Pullman.
didn't crit. You didn't crit.
Pullman catches it in his hand.
Yeah, now it goes 12 squares in a random direction.
That's all right.
Oh, God.
Actually, this could be really bad.
Nah, it won't be really bad.
If it goes north,
Okay.
It's perfect. That's fine.
We can't get to the top.
He can't.
What's that
He
pool
can't
of
throw
liquid?
all the way.
It lands directly on us. Like I said,
Perfect. Perfection.
Okay, so this is
You're
where
so
you.
easy to rile up.
It is.
Exactly
I know
as
my
we
luck.
planned. I high-five you and our
This
hands
is
fall.
where it was aimed for.
Stick.
We all
Ew.
melt together into
Ew.
one powerful being.
it's because
With
I know
6
my luck.
arms.
Voltron.
It lands there.
Oh my gosh.
Perfect.
That works.
Not really.
Mm-hmm. No, that's good, man.
You got double the strength right there.
It just blocked off our only way to get forward.
No, it doesn't.
No, it's not.
See, we can sneak.
God,
through
you're
here.
such a
I mean,
drama
that's-
queen, dude.
That's good, man.
Okay, Boris, we don't really care about. I'm going to put you in initiative, apparently.
Of course,
Okay.
we don't care about.
Boris doesn't matter. Okay, so we got a whole bunch of rats that
You
are
know
going
what
to go.
cracks me up? You bitch every time we fucking split the group. Well, of course, what we're gonna do is split the group, and now you're the one doing your own
The
thing.
best part is,
full
Yeah.
playing the group most of the time.
and his character is perfect for that.
Oh, I
I'm
don't
so
disagree.
excited that he's already up that way.
Okay, so
That's
clear
a lot
the
easier.
chat, and let's start off. So the first one, where is it? Okay, it's the storm vermin over here,
Southeast.
southeast. He is going to start moving.
Come get some.
He moves over here, and he moves over here.
Yeah.
Show them the videos of the people who screwed up throwing live grenades.
Oh, yeah.
real world life.
I've seen some of those. Not the
It's
endings.
proof that when you're unskilled, you can make that sucker fall right in your lap.
I'm not seeing the
That one
endings,
moves over there.
but
I love the
seen
petite eyes crap.
Yeah.
Man.
And then, okay.
This one charges German.
From where?
Straight in front of you.
all the way over here.
See, you were worried you weren't gonna have anybody in the way.
He swings. He gets 20 with a critical.
Go figure.
And left
On your left arm.
Okay.
Are we not supposed to see the chat?
He
You should be
cleared.
able to see the chat.
He,
No,
he
I-
just cleared. There's only 2 in there.
Yeah, but we didn't see that attack.
We did. Yeah. Yep. they're
Oh,
checked.
okay.
Okay. He beat you 12 points on the right arm.
Okay, so
I'm sorry, on the left arm was the primary arm that got hit.
At least you
Okay.
got your.
So you still get your shield, but then reduce your armor by 1.
It was a primary arm that got hit.
Yes.
Sucker.
Okay. This guy.
And assuming you want to block criticals from the action.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right, because he's got that stupid cleaving one.
They're
Correct.
going for the stairs.
Well, it just got chain on it, and the chain went away.
Yep. He breaks the chain right off your arm.
They're going for the only way they can get around.
Okay.
They're going
And
here
I took 12.
to
Yes.
these stairs.
I really don't want to do it. Well, let's see if it does it right. I'm going to apply damage to see if it does it right.
Shouldn't because of your shield.
Nope, it's definitely not right. I took the armor off first. I should not have done that.
right.
1, 2, 3, 8,
But it didn't
10.
count your shield anyway.
2 points is what I should have taken.
Okay. He.
Time to jump the gap.
I know you
Yes.
think I'm the most useful character,
Oh
but
my
I will
gosh.
get one attack easily in the fight. Sure, I kill a guy. most
Ooh,
of
I
the
have
time,
an idea.
but-
I fully understand. You're not that lethal of a character. You're just lucky.
He's a
Ooh, I
half.
got an idea.
Those are really
Fine.
good range.
Mhm.
Just as good as elves.
This
Range
one
wise.
staggers out of the
ranged out,
cloud.
They're badass ranged. It's actually my
Um,
favorite one.
Heavily melted and injured.
Is the armor falling off?
No.
Because they have that beneath notice thing.
Why wouldn't the armor fall off?
Best.
Because it's not that fast.
Yeah.
It's not instant. It does damage to him, and over the course of a couple of rounds, it will dissolve other organic material.
Okay.
Otherwise, they'd just be dead instantly, too. Which would be really powerful, and I'm open for that
No.
the next time you run into Skaven that are armed.
Okay.
But I'm trying to build an establishment that you're not just instantly killed.
And our armor's not instantly destroyed.
Exactly. Heinrich,
I see this guy jump over the gap successfully.
he does.
I'm going to attempt to renovate that.
You're going to renovate that?
No.
The floor?
That's nice. That's excellent.
I'm going to put a bridge.
I'm going to make another hole.
He lays down really nice. Hard-
I'm going to attempt to charge him and full body just like football shove him in.
All right.
Okay.
And he steps aside.
That's what I'm afraid of.
Goes Ole.
Okay. Let's see what happens.
Athletics check?
You realize you
Sure.
move when you
Do I
hit
have plus
something.
20?
Yeah, I'll give you plus 20. He's going to use his athletics to defend.
Oh no.
I could feel a critical failure coming on.
I have fortune.
I would love to see a fumble here.
Get it, my friend. Send him.
Oh, I'm going to use the fortune for that.
Okay.
What would it be? What's that one that goes, yeah, hooey?
Oh,
Okay.
no.
I'll take that.
So you succeeded by 2.
That's goofy.
Yeah, goofy. That's it.
He succeeds by 2 as well. So you slam into him. He doesn't take any. He doesn't go anywhere. Okay.
So I'm guessing that's my move and attack.
That is your move and attack, Oswald. Damn it. It was close. You almost got him. He's like right on the edge.
I can't use distract and knock people off.
Yeah, that's nice.
What's that?
Move here.
I said you established that I can't use distract and knock
Oh.
people off. Let's
Yeah.
I forgot you had one.
Uh-huh. So I'll move here, and then I'm going to attempt to slam that down. My other one of my, the other
I'll throw it to the south there.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Try to block them up.
Let's see if you can throw. That's going to be looks like just a long range shot, or maybe even a short range shot.
Oops, sorry.
Or normal
Just
range.
straight ballistic.
Yeah, just straight ballistics. -20 for no skill.
There are so many things that you.
So where Tolman is. So where Tolman is.
You keeping that?
I don't have a. Well, resolve doesn't let me choose or do anything, so yep, that's where it's going to be.
Oh, that's good.
Say hopefully
That's
it's
not
shorter
good.
range.
Yeah, it goes
Slightly
past it.
better.
Exploding.
Okay.
No, we wanted
It
it.
could have been a lot worse.
We wanted it right here,
German.
because that way they couldn't run through it to
To
us.
begin with, yeah.
Yeah.
It could have been
But
worse.
I'll take him.
Yeah.
I'll give him some damage.
All right, I attack the one that's right in front of me.
Okay. I think that's all of your bombs.
Yeah.
At least all your
Fine.
gas bombs.
The person that's watching, the people
You-
up top that are watching.
You only have
not
about
be
10 minutes until the dust settles.
I hit.
There you go.
Yeah, you got him pretty good. He attempts to defend, failing,
Yeah, do the thing.
and is wiped out.
Good job. Yep.
I don't want to get charged,
Meh.
Okay.
so that's too far
Move up
away.
to the next
Damn it.
guy.
I can't reach.
Okay, then you're going to get charged.
Damn it. I can go this way.
Are the,
Still
sla-
can't reach.
are the slaves doing anything?
Get close enough to.
They haven't acted yet.
Oh.
Well, it's weird because I want to stand right in the middle of this whole thing because I really don't want them to go past. Screw it. Let's do this.
Oh no.
I say I'll take this side.
Okay. Okay. Boars is not in the fight. Tolman,
I'm only doing it because
you get attacked.
Come on, pull me.
I'm taking an aim shot at that guy.
that's why.
Okay. So you want to clear the shot?
Hell yeah! I was like, not staying in the way of that.
He's like
I'm gonna aim at his dome,
ticky
which
tack, ticky tack.
is how much?
20.
-20. Thank you. No surprise. So yeah. Okay.
No cover this time.
Well, it is.
Hit him again. Or hit that guy in the head.
Well, that applies to the body.
Against the head.
Yeah, he cheat. It's because they don't have armor on the head.
Okay. So that would have been. Yeah, that'll take him out. He was already badly wounded from the gas.
Nice.
It went in like this.
Yeah.
Oh.
Sort of
And
toward the
it
skull
just-
rather than.
No,
across
it just.
I had a visual of that.
Rolls out of his ear. Clank.
Ew.
You know, there. I'll tell you later.
Toxic Avenger. Toxic
Oh, now.
Avenger. That's all I can think of.
No, I
Tough now.
have personally witnessed a horrific burn on somebody and watched flesh slough off. And
yeah.
well, I mean, when somebody like grabbed it, like horrible.
Yeah.
The movie, We Are Soldiers, or We Were Soldiers, or whatever. When
Yeah.
the guy grabs his legs, I
And
was
just leaves him.
Yeah.
When I got burned on my legs, they went to cut down to take the burn because it was
Yeah.
chemical burn. And when he did, he just slid right through all, and it like they started to pull my
Walker's
sock
nice.
off, and it pulled
like,
that
off. Yeah.
pulled it
off
all that meat off. I was just like,
I'll be like, knock me the fuck out. I don't
He
want to be
probably
away
wasn't
for
feeling
this.
Are you?
I want to see it.
12. I couldn't. I still don't.
Okay.
I have like
Which, speaking
I
of,
stick
thank you
fork
for reminding me.
in my
I need
leg
to apply
for
fatigue.
pretty deep.
Nothing.
No, my wife gets mad because I got no hair on my legs. I don't even shave them. Just
Oh,
leave
your
them.
character sheet is probably still
Move
fine.
like a baby
See?
can.
So remember to go to
You
the
have not been
effects,
signing
cut that
yourself.
off.
They took
Since last game we applied the effect
and
in
then
there.
grew it in a mesh web.
Just so you
Big
don't get the
skin
extra
around my
strength.
legs
And
to
that will
keep
probably
getting
automatically
infected.
add the fatigue for you.
And when that grew in that medium, wrap it around.
Yeah, it looked like it updated the 15.
Yeah,
Cool.
it says you have
My
it, yeah.
grandfather used to have an aluminum foundry.
I applied fatigue on my own.
I
Like
double
a
checked even
one-man
on cheap
aluminum
edition.
foundry to make light poles,
Okay.
that kind of stuff.
So you charge
And,
that
he
first
was
one up there?
72,
Okay.
73,
2 on 1.
He was working still.
Yeah, I moved the correct amount of spaces anyway, because I forgot I put armor on.
Okay.
2 on 1.
Drop the
And
ladle.
charge.
Ladle splashed. Hit him in the head. Landed on his back. Butter
Go to 10.
and baby squirt.
He manages to parry it.
Like to the bone in his back.
Okay.
And he drew
Even with the
away,
minus 10 to parry?
walked in, he said,
It doesn't. He got 6
"You think I need to
successful.
go
Oh, okay, never
from
mind.
this?" And she
It looked like
laughed
it's
away.
ends.
Okay.
It was the beginning of the end for him, boy.
Okay.
And it was
The
fine,
guy down here
but it was too much. Yeah, it's a lot.
steps out to engage German,
Damn, Jeremy.
taking a little bit of damage from the gas. Swings his halberd at you and hits by 2.
Yeah, improvement.
You got a critical.
That game
You
critical
beat
fucking
him,
right.
so he is going to
And he's
take a
doing
point
the
of,
same. And he's doing the same to us.
point of armor off on his body. Okay, next one up here. Disappears up the stairs.
Yeah, where he went? I mean, we don't know this, but
Yeah. This one is going to charge Oswald.
Yeah, you are. I love the various attitudes to melee combat. I would scream.
Hits you by +1. They haven't got it through the front line yet.
Oh, I know, and then when it happens, I'm dead.
No, it's the other guys coming up behind you.
I'm aware. I'm aware.
Hit you by +1. You beat him. So you block his strike.
Hold on, so I can't parry. I don't have a weapon out, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
he's
I-
brawling.
I can do
He's brawling.
but I don't have brawl. I don't have brawling skill.
you'd have to use a dodge.
A dodge,
Yeah.
Or
Okay.
weapon skill minus 20.
weapon skill minus 20. Let me don't mind me.
He's not brawling. Come on now. That's my
No.
second best skill.
Why don't? Yeah, you don't have a weapon because you have your shield and you have the glove out.
Right.
Well, you
no, I had
should
both
get
globes
two
out. I had,
globes.
no, I didn't have my shield out. I had both globes.
Yeah, you had 2 gloves.
so-
okay.
That's all right. So I can dodge, or unarmed
Weapon.
parry,
Yeah.
which is my So I will dodge instead. Do it. Are we
Yep.
good
just,
to
just
do
click
it?
the dodge again.
That's really dodge
Endurance
better
is
than
my
what
second
skill minus
best
20.
quality,
Yeah.
but-
Well, there you go.
Okay, you
It's
dodge
better.
far better anyway.
Definitely
just saying.
better.
Ooh, it
40.
feels it's heavy.
47 dodge knife. That's awesome.
Yeah, my agility, even
My agility even
my
isn't
9
even
because I
that
got a
high.
minus on the agility because I'm encumbered.
Okay, another one jumps over to engage Henrik.
He pushes both in with one
Hein.
shot.
Hein.
They're making that far of a jump.
Yeah, they're having to make tests though. to do
They
it.
are making tests. They're rolling decently well right now.
They're Skaven.
Yeah,
I
they're
get it.
Skaven. Where is this one? Oh, that's the one that's fighting you guys.
Yeah.
He's gonna go for Heinrich.
No.
Yes.
He fumbles and fumbles back.
And
Yes.
hit you
Yeah.
by 4.
That would be hilarious.
Shit.
Because there are
Parry?
fumbles for it. Yeah, there's fumbles to make you move.
Go for it. You could do it.
No. You take 10 points to your right leg,
Ouch.
minus shield, toughness, and armor, and then 1 point of armor comes off.
I don't have any armor on that leg.
Okay. Then 10 points minus your toughness.
So 6.
And your leg.
And your
That's half my hit points.
Do you have a shield?
Nope.
Okay. Well, then
You took all my gear.
that, and
You could just
you,
press apply damage.
and you have a -1 armor on your leg now.
But you. There was plenty of armor for you to put on.
That's true.
Lightweight.
You could have been in full chain, just like me. How did he fit through that? I'm just kidding.
I'm not gonna. Why are you even up front?
That one comes out of the gas and takes a swipe at you.
He has HP to spare.
And his arm falls off.
12. When they have double what I
hits by 4.
Congrats. I have 12 and I have no armor.
He doesn't either. You both have no armor.
Yeah.
You need a
I'm
hit
way
roll.
cool
way
with them
better
both
at
of you.
melee than I am.
So you're going to take 7 to your left leg.
My crossbow. I'd be like,
Minus
no.
a point of armor.
He doesn't have bow. But
Heinrich.
I'm still good with a bow.
Damn, I hate that stupid stuff. Armor.
Let's see.
punks. And you always take a minimum 1, right?
Yes.
I'm just gonna take a swing at him. 2 on 2, so no modifier. Okay. Bam.
Oh, did you add that too?
85.
Is
Yeah.
complaining with a 62 skill.
You're still better with
Dude,
me.
calm down.
Okay. He beats you and gets a critical. Gets your left leg unless you want to lose a point of armor.
I
You're
don't
the same
have armor on
fucking
the leg,
way,
so go ahead and roll the critical.
Okay.
This could very well end him. A 62 on a critical.
Cut bites deep into your hip. You are prone. Take 2
Sure
bleeding
thing.
conditions. And you have a broken bone. You also may be stunned from the pain. Plus an additional 3 wounds, which is pretty much close to take you out. You're going to use a fate to
yes.
block that? Okay. So 1 fate gone.
So when you make attacks further, make sure you're using the weapon, not the skill test. It didn't come up in this case because you lost the test, but you rolled the skill test.
Yeah?
Yes.
I clicked the button on the right side.
Okay. Oswald.
Did you get a
Pull my
combat?
weapon and attack.
No,
Okay.
I clicked the button that popped up over here when it said
To attack?
no, I went to the combat tab for
Ooh, you got him good that time with a +5.
rolling.
He attempts to parry your strike, horribly bad, and takes 10 points for his effort. Almost takes him out, but not quite enough. Anything else?
No, I'm good where I'm at.
Garmin.
Have I hit either of these two yet?
No, but they're both slightly injured from the gas.
Okay. I don't like this one. Looks like he might be edging around me, so that's the one I'm going to target.
Okay. To answer your question, what are the Skaven doing? This one is now dead. This one is dead. This one's dead. The rest are feverishly dumping more stones into the pools.
Okay.
They seem to be ignoring the combat and focused on their work.
Okay.
I hit him hard.
Okay, I didn't see that. Yeah, +5 is going to get him. Yeah, that takes him out.
Second attack.
Solid hit as well with +3. He manages to parry that one.
By 3.
By 5.
Alright.
What's that?
Dolman,
This is ninja skills, man.
you see Heinrich and Volker getting overwhelmed by rats that are jumping over the gap. Meanwhile, Jarmund is holding his own against the 2 rats, and Oswald is in the center.
I'm gonna aim at the one that's.
Open.
Which one's hacking him down?
Both.
Okay, I'll just aim at one.
It's -30 for a single target in a large group.
Or you can shoot the group.
Or you can't shoot the group. It's 50-50.
No, I'll take the penalty.
That's why you aimed.
-10 for cover.
Oh, are you taking a called shot or you aim?
I'm just aiming
He's
to avoid
just targeting them.
targeting.
Oh,
him.
okay.
I'm
Yeah,
trying
not taking an aim action.
Gotcha.
so it's -40. Okay. That
What?
sucks.
Yep, -30. Shown into
With
small group.
range?
36.
Yeah, 30, not 40.
Yeah.
Yeah, I said 30, but -10 for cover.
Oh, shit. Yeah. Wow. That's a big. Oh, yeah. There we go.
Okay.
Decent, good shot. He's not gonna parry that. He can't parry it. Takes some damage to the body.
Good shot.
Okay,
Thank you.
This one's my right.
so that is going to take us down to Volker.
Okay.
Get down to it. You were.
Oh, you're actually in this?
Yeah.
No.
So, technically in the combat initiative, but not here.
Would you like to do, Volker?
Spiritually.
My first attack.
You feel a little cat claw. on
Your
back.
first attack?
I wouldn't feel it. I just.
Pure sulk.
He'd make sure to make eye
Oh, okay.
contact as
Sure,
we
it's
went
a
past,
thought,
you know, the
that's
happening
fine.
down the corner. Like, peace.
Get him, man.
Okay.
Job done. Not sure what you guys are doing.
Well, it's a solid strike with a +2. He beat you just barely.
My second attack, and I will be.
And do you have to hit on the first attack to be able to do that?
No.
Furious assault.
Furious
You're
assault,
all
yeah.
you do.
Yeah.
You have to hit.
Furious assault, you have to hit the first hit.
Sacrifice or move.
And you
You
must
have
hit.
to
And you
hit the
must hit.
first one. He's had the skill. I've had the skill.
It's whatever was in
Yeah.
the.
No.
Okay. Okay. The one in the south here fighting German is going to strike at you.
Not everybody can be a halfling, man. That's
I'm getting annoyed because every basic infantry unit in this thing is significantly more skilled than us.
So Stormvermin
It's not
are
true.
the elite military guard in
They're,
Skaven.
they're
Yeah.
not the
Yeah.
basic infantry. If you remember, we were slaughtering the basic
I
infantry.
full
Yeah.
well understand what a stormvermin is. I full well think it shouldn't be more powerful than.
I think by
I
definition
think
they
these
should
things
be.
are overtuned for what they should be.
I don't think
It's
so.
because they wear kilts, guys. It's more powerful because it's free flowing
Right.
and easy to move.
Okay, that one strikes at German. It hits by 4. He's going to hit you 9 points on the right arm
Hey.
and a point of armor.
Mother.
He takes so much pleasure from
That's
that.
kind of my favorite part. This one runs up
I
the
have no
stairs
armor
as
left in
well.
my right arm.
So run, you child.
They're not real. I mean,
Okay.
trying to hit them from here. with-
Oswald,
I
the
really
one,
wish I knew
the
how
one
to
next to
use
you
that.
takes a
Mhm.
strike.
Yeah.
Not that it matters.
It strikes you at a -1.
-1. This time I can parry.
Maybe. Yes, you can. You parry him easily. Okay. And then we go to the one over by Heinrich.
Come over
You
here.
move over here. Actually, he's going to move over here. And then strike at Heinrich.
Try.
-2.
See if I can successfully clear that. Hey,
Easily.
Nice.
He gives you a little shove. Be friendly.
No.
The other one strikes at
That's
you as
my
well.
job.
Trying to overwhelm you. He strikes and he hits a +0.
Parry. +1.
You block that one as well. Okay, Heinrich.
Okay, so you hit the one now to my southeast.
Correct.
Okay, I'm going to attempt to swing at that one.
I didn't do a lot of damage. So-
Yeah, it's,
But you hit it. I mean,
I
that's,
can't do a lot of damage.
If he can get it in an unarmored spot, it's a good chance he's going to take it out.
Swing! Hey, critical!
Nice.
Yeah, critical.
On the one
he's
to my
going
southeast.
To parry.
Hey.
Badly.
It's on the end, too.
Oh,
Yeah,
my.
unarmored, he's gone.
Yeah, you hit him on the
In
head.
the head.
Yeah, you take him out. You crush his head.
Chippy!
So, no, they have nothing on their head. Despite the graphic, which you would think would imply a helmet. but
Yeah.
They're just like skulls of halflings.
That's my turn.
Only have one.
Only halflings.
Only halflings.
Oswald. And
There's a
some of them
room
are
somewhere
wearing.
around
Some of
here
them
now.
are wearing.
No,
Halflings in it.
I'm going to move a square to my right.
Okay, some of them are wearing plague masks
Yeah,
that
moving
look
that
like
way.
yours. Oswald,
I'm going to use Relentless.
keep the smell of halfling.
Disengage with that one. Charge.
They carry
This
They
one.
carry disease, don't
What's
you know?
3 on
Oh, I'm
Why do you think it's so
40.
short?
I believe 4.
I'm gonna use relentless.
relentless to bypass.
2 on 1
that
is
guy.
20,
Yeah.
3 on 1 is 40, and I don't think you get any.
Outnumber 3 to 1. Plus 40. It does not go
And
higher.
then my
Yeah.
charge.
That's like
and
technically max
60s is most we
defensive
can
at
get,
plus
right?
60.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
so plus 60.
Plus 40.
Charge.
Charge. I was just talking about the outnumbering thing.
See if I can.
Well, you got him by 8. He attempts to
I
parry.
think that hit.
He fumbles. You hit him for 17 points, and he falls into the pit with a screech.
I was
Well,
going
that's
to do
great.
that.
This is my turn again. What would I like to do?
I was going to do that.
Why was that? But
Wilhelm scream as he falls into the pit.
Wah! Not the.
That's not how it's
That's not it.
German.
let's use these.
I have a feeling I'm going to get charged, or I got to down this guy. So I'm going to swing at him.
Loaded?
Probably the second option.
You want to be sandwich?
Well, I'm more worried about somebody else.
Yeah.
You're Earl Ricky, and of course you want to be sandwiched.
Okay, so you got him for 12 points. He takes 7. He's going to cancel the critical with his body armor.
He's still
Okay.
alive?
Still up.
Mother.
Even since you. Well, yeah, you know.
Yeah,
You got
again.
gas.
Okay. Okay, you gotta hit him with +0. He blocks that one easily. Tolman.
Uh-oh. One had a clear shot to Tolman.
What's funny is that's 2 points of armor
I've
off that
already
dude's chest.
pressed I absolutely wrecked it.
No,
Yeah, no
one.
leather left,
Straight
buddy.
across, absolutely
You won't be
wrecked it.
retrieving any armor from
The
that.
shot, that's why I left him.
Alright, target
For him
that
to
guy. I'm gonna aim for his head.
You might be in short range. That it should. Oh, nice. Never mind.
Yeah, it'll automatically do. Yep, short range and accurate, so. And it's -10 for aim shot.
20.
20 for aim shot.
Call.
Internet scoliosis.
Okay. You do 9 points to his head.
Yep.
Don't be dull.
And minus that
Don't be
is
dull.
yeah, it's enough to take him out.
Pick up.
He goes down.
Good.
Okay. That's gonna take us to Volker.
You're in the slaves.
Yeah, I was more worried about it getting to you. I almost just disengaged from the guy I was fighting with you.
I genuinely missed the fact
They're
because
in
that's where
form
he
of that
was.
Match
And I was like,
plug,
oh, he's
what?
right there, no big
Match
deal.
plug.
And then I looked down after you
Okay,
made
you
that comment.
box
and
of
went,
matches?
oh,
Okay.
fuck.
What are you gonna do with your two-handed flail?
Stone on the back.
Okay, so you put your flail away?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We have one storm vermin over here fighting with Jarmond. He's going to take a swipe at you.
That punk. He doesn't want to do that. He wants to just kill
Oh,
me.
he does.
Hit you with
Let's
3.
Lower your armor even more.
Be on your left arm.
Hey, at least my left arm.
And to parry it.
Oh, thank God. It's my right arm that has no armor.
Heinrich.
Okay, I am going to begin moving towards these stairs. So I can move 4. So does that mean I go 16?
16 yards. Yeah.
Yes.
Right up.
16?
I put that
But-
down
oh,
pretty
wait,
slow.
I need to select space. Space. Done.
Oswald.
You got sense.
You only get 6, 12. Yeah. You and I.
You guys are slow.
Hey, I'm losing armor though, so it's like
Your armor?
it doesn't weigh as much now, right?
Sure.
Yeah. No, we just doesn't protect it. To weigh just as much.
I hate that. Wow.
Well,
Come
that-
on,
that's
fail,
not a good
fail
strike.
miserably.
No, he blocks it.
Oh,
All right.
feel bad for Matt.
Tolman.
Matt's fighting the strong.
You see a
one.
couple of them pushing
Yeah.
forward.
That's the one's a little beat.
I'll step forward.
beefier.
Okay.
And try to hit him with a rock.
Okay.
Please, you're point.
Yeah, minus 20. Choose.
Well, grip it right
Is it
now.
20 or 10?
20 for a call shot.
No, not called shot, but choose him out of a fight.
Group of
Oh.
2.
It's minus 10, I believe.
Where's it?
Apparently, minus 20. Sorry. I'll take that.
20 to pick a target. 20 for called shot.
Nope, just picking a target and hit him.
Okay.
Yeah, he's taking.
So you hit him in the body. That takes him out.
Killed your kills.
That's all right. I don't care about
You got a lot of kills this count.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, so
Which
that
is scary because
he
then
couldn't have-
someone's going to be like,
He
"Yeah,
had to
find a
be
way kill
teetering
him."
like one, maybe.
he was.
I'd
he
hammer
was
it.
pretty close.
It only had like 1 or 2.
Those guys, for the most part, managed to get out of the gas relatively
Quick.
weak.
Yeah.
The guys in the center took a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, but okay. So that ends the warrior ones. The rest of the rats, like I said, are focused primarily on dumping stones into the vats.
Killed him.
At least 2 of the armored guys fled. Okay. As soon as you make any move to approach the slaves, they scurry away.
Okay.
So you can take time if you want to hunt them down with missiles.
Yeah, I'm going to start fucking killing him with my sling.
Okay, which is fine. You're going to be here for some time doing that.
No.
Well, if the
Is-
group runs off, I'm going to
Yeah,
kill
I'm-
the group.
I'm
Both of
still.
them don't have range. Okay,
I'm-
now you said you were taking out some matches. What's your intent to do with
I'm.
matches?
I'm
once,
still.
once the group gets to the stairwell, I am going to throw a match into one of the clouds.
Okay, so you have to be 2 squares away from them to throw a match that's lit.
Then once the group gets to the stairwell, I'll go to about there and throw a match.
Okay, go ahead and move wherever you guys wish to be.
Come on, halfling.
Yeah, I'm.
Yeah, the halfling flings a stone or 2 at some of the Skaven slaves are all running and taking cover at this
I'm
point.
not going through the gas, but I'm going
Yeah.
through the
I understood, yes.
Same.
Okay.
Yeah, the gas is highly visible, so it's
Yeah.
easy to avoid. and you do currently have a path. I was going to be kind of impressed if you had managed to block all your.
Yeah, I was
tunnels,
trying to avoid
and
that.
people are going to have to start jumping the gap because that
Yeah.
would have been more
You're
interesting.
right.
Right.
That would not have happened.
Take
I'd be like, oh,
I
I'm
guess
gonna go
we're-
light the.
I guess we're waiting.
I can
Okay.
throw a halfling
match.
3 yards.
Throwing it in
Damn.
and running.
Okay. So
I
all
threw
the
like
all the
60
Skaven slaves,
yards.
like I said, they run away from you as you guys approach them,
Yeah.
or as you guys are shooting shots at them. They take cover. Whenever you're not, they return to the vats and continue dumping what's left of the stones. At this point, they've pretty much emptied their supply and are effectively running out. They seem to
Actually-
be finishing whatever job they have.
I'm gonna go here and throw the match, and then just run around the vat.
Take that.
You're gonna
Do you think
I'm
you
gonna throw
Give me
here,
a quick
throw the vat,
heal.
and then go run this way.
okay.
You haven't healed
So
me
you
at
light
all
a match,
so
lights it
far.
without any difficulty. You can easily get it into the pit. It goes in, sputters out like a
Not
lit
Charlie,
match going into water.
not the pit,
hang
the
on.
gas.
Northeast you.
Okay. You throw it into the gas. It goes in. There's a few sparks and so forth. Match goes out.
Okay. Then just gonna go up the stairs.
Okay.
I'm getting a quick heal from Tolman, but I'm like.
I'm gonna use my combat heal on you because
Okay.
we don't have the time.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
aware. I am trying to keep moving. Man.
Sorry.
Not going to hit you very much, if anything.
Remember, you have the 78's the same number you had last time. It's actually 10 higher than that, right?
You can also reverse it.
Yeah. Can't you reverse your number because of your medical skills?
Holy
It's
crap.
field medic. You can reverse it, but you get a max level of 1 success level.
Which is still one success level
Yeah.
versus none.
Yeah, I'll do that.
So how much?
6 points.
6 points. Yeah.
Back to where I started.
Did you want to do field medic on Volker too?
I didn't get injured.
Did you get healing from the previous fight?
Yep.
Okay. Did you want to take any healing drops?
I gave him a healing drop in the last
I already
fight
have.
too. This is the new fight though, right?
Yeah.
So,
Mhm.
I got another one if you want it.
I'll take it.
Okay.
Okay. So you guys run up the stairs. In a short distance ahead of you, you can hear armored footsteps running away from you.
I might as well take one too then.
Okay.
Okay.
Just that topless, not one of yours.
Oh,
no.
Okay. From somewhere in the distance, you hear a faint tapping, getting weaker and weaker. But otherwise, we will stop there for tonight, and then possibly wrap up this 1-year campaign next session.
So,